Packers wide receivers on the same side, Hollywood and Anthony Schwartz. So it's like, depending on what I see, one of them gonna get to it.
Yeah, and I picked that defensive formation, that defensive coverage, just to try to switch it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But
we're not gonna do the lights.
Oh yeah, but I shouldn't have after you ran back. After you did, there was nobody there. You kept going. Like, I'm okay if somebody's there, but when nobody was there, and I was like, I knew that could happen depending on what you picked. I was
Hey, let me show you this run back interception I had on Canada.
Who won?
I won by 6.
Oh, you beat him?
Yeah, but it was a tight game. It was a tight game.
I lost both. I lost to Nick and Dan people today, and I had a lead against Nick and blew that, and then I had a lead against FIFO, but it was early, so it didn't really count. But yeah,
he had me 7-0, and then before the end of the half, I picked 6.
I think it was 7-6 at that time, and you went up 13.
Not this one.
And that play works. That's
which one? The one before
the one I threw. Yes, that's one of my that's. Oh, I'm gonna get his ass. Let me see if he can do that shit to Hopkins. What up, y'all?
So it's 4-2, and Ken's like, okay, whatever. It's the end of the half.
Yeah, it didn't matter. It was worst case, it'd be tipped, incomplete.
I pressed him.
That was press coverage?
Press coverage.
Oh, hell no. There's no way that should have happened.
Oh, he went step for step, too.
Right. Step for step, man.
Oh, wow.
Keep going, man.
Boy, Farley got that Tariq Hill speed.
96. He the fastest corner in the game.
I didn't know that was press coverage. No.
Press coverage.
He shouldn't have beat him like that.
Ken.
He shouldn't have won. He shouldn't have won on that possession.
2, 4, 5, A gap, cover 1 hole.
I run that defense. I run that.
2, 4, 5.
I like it. I like it.
That's what I ran against you.
Kirk should have got him on that though.
No, he led the league in interceptions as a rookie.
I understand that, but press coverage. Kirk is a fucking X factor.
He's a superstar.
Superstar, whatever.
So it's my guy.
He still should have got him. At least it shouldn't have been. He shouldn't have been step for step off press coverage. My guy got
3 inches on you, and he got like three speed points on you, and he has more acceleration than you. Hey, why you think I gave him 21? That was on purpose, man.
Man, what up, y'all?
Hey, the league podcast is coming back Thursday.
We'll be back Thursday.
Man. We're a season and a half in already, but we'll be back Thursday.
Yeah, and we the 3 of us, Nick, FIFO, and I, we're in the same division.
Yep. So ain't no more talking no shit. Oh, well, come to the NFC.
Yeah, we play each other, and all the games have been close.
Yes, all of the user games have been close. All crazy.
So yeah, it's fun times, man.
We the boys ain't no fantasy updates. We ain't talking about no fantasy, man.
I haven't even
Marty,
looked,
what
bro.
you talking about, Marty? Man, I
Oh,
don't remember that game.
I don't remember
On to
anything.
the next week.
Hold on, let me see.
Hey, I came back in mine.
Oh, you did?
I came back in mine.
Who was you playing?
I overcame DJ Chark. I don't know, somebody that has not won a game in fantasy so far.
That's Grace, I think. Grace, is that you? Is Grace on here?
Hold on, let me see.
Damn, I didn't know this New England game was close.
I played Aaron Jones Locker. So remember DJ Chark was out?
That's probably, yeah.
So Chark was out, so I didn't get no points from him. But Deebo Samuel scored me almost 30 points.
Oh, Deebo got off.
Deebo is near the top in the league in receiving right now.
Yep. So Deebo went off for me.
He might be leading.
Russ did what he was supposed to do, but then Zeke had back-to-back monster games for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's starting to pay off. Niggas thought I was crazy by taking Zeke, but you know what I'm saying? He's starting to pay off.
I think I lost.
Clyde Edward-Helaire also went off for me too, almost 18 points.
Yeah, Deebo Samuel is leading the league in receiving yards.
I won. Oh, shit.
Oh, there you go, Ken.
Oh, shit. I'm back talking shit, y'all. I'm back. No, for real, though. I serious. That's why I ain't. Yeah, I thought I lost for real.
And then who said my team was cheeks? Marty McFly.
Ooh, you know who I left on the bench? Who I didn't play instead of DJ Chark? Cordell Patterson.
Yeah, he had a good game.
That motherfucker had 30 points on my bench.
Yeah,
my starting lineup now. I don't even know.
Hey, you know who lost? He ain't here.
Nick.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, he did.
Yeah, that water dry. Well, what's that boy Smith song?
That's not wait till the water runs dry.
Yeah, that certified water boy, they got a little dried up there, boy.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, it's no more undefeated team. So, but I'll take my little rinky dink win. Anyway. Cause golly, that was ugly. Cause I guess while we're we're gonna get into that, y'all. Hold on.
Oh yeah, 5 receptions for 84 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's Rock Hill's finest. You know he's from Rock Hill, South Carolina, right?
Really? Of course,
you see how many of them players?
This is the place where sports opinions collide. Dead in sports. I'm your host Kenneth B. Inch. Joining me on the show, we got Shelton J.
What's good? What's happening?
FIFO 24/7.
What it do, man?
And it's me, Kenneth B. Inch. I don't know if Zoom set up, so if Q's joining, he'll be here momentarily. But if not, it's just us, and we're gonna hold it down like we usually do. You guys heard us talking about fantasy. This is my first time checking the score, so I'm pleased that I managed to pull it out. But be honest, I'm not gonna gloat because Kyle's team was fucking destroyed and ravished with injuries.
Yeah,
so honestly, I'll take the win, but it's nothing to write home about. Especially when he had I only beat him by 20, and he scored 52. I scored 73 points, which is terrible.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he had and Brady didn't do shit. Mike Williams didn't do anything, so yeah, he just he put out whoever he could out there, man, and let it did. But everybody and somebody in the chat, I think it was Simplistic Grace, had us look at his team, and I saw all those questionables and outs and stuff like that. I was like, this would be a game I would lose. So, but somehow, some way, we managed to pull this one off. And the thing about it is that I was upset because Dalvin Cook didn't get a full workload. Mm-hmm. And again, I'm not really paying attention to a lot of stuff going on because we be here recording. And then I meant to bitch Josh Jacobs because he was questionable for Jared Cook, who eventually finally had a good game. And Robert Tonyan ain't been doing shit for me. So, and I saw he only had, they took away a touchdown. That guy, he was. Aaron Rodgers almost had him, but yeah,
he had the most touchdowns taken away this year.
I did. I don't even know what a good one do. So all I know is my guys. I don't know if you guys have this on your phone or if you guys that's playing with us have it on the phone, but whenever they get in the red zone, you get a notification. Uh-huh. Yeah, my phone was silent. I was like, oh shit.
Mine was too. I'm like, did I turn it off? I thought that too.
I was like, hell no. But I'll take it, man. I just need to stay in the hunt until we get healthy. And no, I'm not giving up on Josh Jacobs. But yeah. And FIFO, you won again. So where you at?
I'm number 7 now. Tied for 2-2
points. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna give you guys an update real quick. 1 through 12. Nick lost. Let's see how bad did he lose? How bad did he lose? Let's see. What did Nick lose by? It was ugly. I know his boy wasn't doing too hot. Overrated Cooper Kupp. Where is his at? Who did he lose to actually? Oh, Jay Snapshots. He still put up 106 though. Came back. Nice, Jay. Beat him 124-106. Okay. All right. And did B win? Because B won't be on tonight. The NFL is racist. Is his team? Ooh, shit. Oh, man, Abdul. That's tough, man. Abdul put up 136 and lost. B put up 142.
That's crazy.
B is probably the scariest team in the league because of Mahomes.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest.
You never know. Mahomes gonna have multiple, 4, 5, 6 touchdown games.
Yeah, you never know. And what's your team name, FIFO? You changed
Underrated.
It. Oh, okay. Oh, that's a good game, man. 125 to 105.
And I still left 30 on the bench.
Damn.
Because I started Chark over Cordero.
Yeah. Which is You would have thought to do anyway.
Yeah. So,
but now Cordero's a full-time starter. I'm good.
And Shelton, bro, you only scored 62 points.
I had a rough week, man. I've had a rough time. You know, what's hurting me the most is a lot of my guys they're not red zone players. Like Edmonds, let me tell you who. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams were my star 2 players. They're supposed to be connecting on a lot of these touchdowns. They only got 1 touchdown this year.
Wow.
You know, Aaron Rodgers gets his, but I'm talking about Devontae Adams has 1 touchdown.
Yeah, so, I didn't know that.
CeeDee Lamb is supposed to be the number 1 receiver, especially with you got
he's getting the most targets and he has the most catches.
But this past game he caught 2 passes for like 6 yards or something like that. He didn't do nothing this week. Nothing. Chuba Hubbard I started. Chuba started because is out. He had like 57 yards. Miles Sanders is not running the ball at all. At all. They're not doing nothing with Miles Sanders. He's terrible. George Kittle was hurt. Marvin Jones didn't do anything. So my lineup is like littered with guys who are not putting the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. So, I picked up Christian Kirk, but he didn't do shit. I was surprised you dropped him because he had been balling. This was his first technically bad game.
The market share was kind of.
I noticed that. Yeah. For him. I don't know if I'm keeping
Hopkins, D-Hop. He got to get his.
So. Yeah. I may not keep him, but I was just like, I'll just pick him up and see what happens.
And then they like Rondale Moore too. So Rondale Moore's going to eat up some of them touches too. So it's just too many balls on that team.
Well, here's the thing, everybody. So I'm gonna run down it. 12 teams. Nick is still in the lead. Certified Water Boy. So we have 3 3-1 teams. They are Certified Water Boy, I'm About to Win, and ATL Dynasty. We have from there 8 2-2 teams. J Snapshots, the NFL is Races, Abdul's Awesome Team, Underrated, Stokes Gridiron, 1985 meets the Hoverboard, and the NFL Ain't Shit. That's actually 7. And then to round it out, we have the Champ, which is Shelton. He's 1-3, and Aaron Jones Locker is 0-4. So that's where we are. But the thing about it is that there's only one loss separating.
Yep.
You know what? 1 through
3 through like 9.
Nah, honestly, man, 1 through 10. Because you know, if Nick, I'm About to Win, an ATL Dynasty lose and go to 3-2, and we, you know, everybody's. Yeah, and Shelton's still in the midst. Aaron Jones Locker got to put together a winning streak, but Shelton, you can't afford to lose again. That's going to be a hell of a thing to try to come out of.
I can't come back.
That's why I was so glad I won, because 2-2 is huge in this league. And you know, Kyle could afford it. He can afford to give me that one. So yeah. So Tigolo, he said he's 1-3 in fantasy. Yeah, well, if you were playing with us, you would be 0-4. But yeah, man. So anyway, I don't have an outline, so I'm gonna just kind of go through. Yeah, go through the questions first.
Z Hart with the first super chat. What's up, Z Hart, man? What's happening with you? And we thank you for the love and the super chats. Please keep them coming. Also, hit the like button if you have not, and subscribe. And tell somebody else to jump on with you, please. We'd appreciate it. Z Hart say, what do y'all think of Heineke's play? Do you think it's sustainable? And also, I would like to hear your thoughts on Washington's underachieving D-line.
Well, I have a question. Who did the football team play? And what was it? They won, right? And they put up 30-some points. Mm-hmm. The Falcons are trash. So to answer your question, don't use this game as a measuring stick, because the way the Falcons lost that game with that shit out to McKissick, is inexcusable. I think it's time to let some folks go. So can Heineke keep it up? I won't look at this game as a measuring stick for that because I don't think he can. I think he'll be serviceable enough. I think he'll be enough of a game manager, enough of a guy to be able to take some shots here and there down the field. I think he's confident that he can get it done, and that goes a long way. But, man, the three of us can go out there and put numbers on the board against the Falcons, honestly. So, and to try to win in that division against some of those other teams in there is going to be rough. I mean, he barely beat the Giants, and everybody beating the Giants.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure. I've always liked him, but once again, this guy was the water boy for Cam Newton in Carolina. And he learned a lot. You can tell he learned a lot by the way he's playing. He's playing pretty good. But I don't know if it's sustainable. I don't think it is. I think that the league will eventually catch up. And, when you play the big boys, it's going to show. That's when you really see what he's working with.
Mm-hmm.
And as far as the D-line is concerned, that's the most shocking thing in the world to me. I thought they were going to come out blazing this year. That was their strength. But initially it was on the field too much. And I think they just lost confidence. And right now, teams are catching up. They just figuring them out. They're blocking them better. And that's really all you can say. Them two ends, man, them some monsters on the ends. I think they'll put it together.
Yeah, they will. They will.
Yeah, but right now it's just not looking good.
And they're 2-2, so you're still in the midst. And that helps out a lot. But, I think they will. So Cordell Patterson, what is he, just like an athlete?
He is.
Running back, wide receiver.
He does everything.
Yeah.
He started out as a wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
South Carolina, Rock Hill, South Carolina's finest. I keep saying it because my hometown is on the map. But he started out as a wide receiver. He played at Cordell, Tennessee. And when he got to the league, he was a return specialist, receiver, but that didn't work out. So they kind of just rotated. We played in Minnesota where he came
I thought he was a quarterback.
No. He came in.
What the hell was I thinking of then?
Mm-hmm. But he started as a wide receiver, kick returner.
Mm-hmm.
And then they moved him to running back in special situations, and that's where he's been kind of fitting in with the Falcons. He bulked up a little bit, but he got the speed, and he runs with power.
Maybe Pryor is who I was thinking about. Terrell Pryor. Because he was, of course, a quarterback, and then because he wanted to play in the league, he switched positions. Yeah.
He actually played as a quarterback with the Raiders, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he went to wide receiver.
Yeah, unlike Tebow, he really wanted to play in the NFL, and he did it. Tebow waited until he was old as shit.
Yeah.
To try to switch positions.
And got a shot at both.
And, it's funny because, yeah, he did. And, white privilege still won out.
There it is, 100%. 100%. Who's the best quarterback turn receiver that y'all can think of?
Tandem receiver?
Quarterback turn receiver.
Oh.
What's his name? Terrell Pryor?
Antoine Randall.
I
He was
think
a
so.
QB?
Yeah, he was in
Indiana.
Nebraska, Indiana. Yep.
Yeah. Then
Hines Ward.
He was a QB?
Was Hines Ward? Wasn't he a
Nah.
quarterback? Yeah, he was a quarterback.
At Georgia?
At Georgia,
Yes.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yep.
I honestly did not know that.
Yeah, that's when they won. They won. If you were black, you played quarterback. You were not playing quarterback in the NFL unless you were what's the guy to play for Pittsburgh?
Cordell Stewart.
Cordell Stewart, and even he was kind of gimmicky.
Mm-hmm.
They don't let him.
Yeah.
Yep.
They call him Slash.
Yep. Slash. Yep. They didn't let him be a full-time quarterback. They kind of use him like Taysom Hill. So, yeah. Any more super chats?
Yeah. Hector Barrio said, "What's good? What's good, fellas? Is Kyler your early MVP? And who are you taking, barring injury, Lamar or Kyler? P.S. FIFO got robbed this Friday."
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, because 97 hole, I still say should have won. That was some BS. So I'm with you on that. Kyler balling, man.
He is.
Kyler's 100% balling.
Yep.
But go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I don't know how long this shit gonna last. Lincoln. This gonna sound
for right now. Though.
All right, fine. I got it. I get to that. But here's my thing. Lincoln Roddy on the fucking field wearing shades. Am I the only one that saw that? What in the hell? How you Hollywood on the sidelines? Bro, come on, man. Like, and I hate to sound like, I'll probably sound like Colin Cowherd right now with the hat wearing backwards and shit. But when I saw that, I'm like, bro, are you really wearing shades? Maybe that wasn't him, but it looked like him. But But yeah, it was like, okay, all right, you a new type of NFL coach. But this was a big win for them. Well, we'll get to that later. But I'll take Kyler, man. But I wonder if Lamar Jackson had these weapons, and if Lamar Jackson had Lincoln Riley's offense, what would he do?
100%.
My fucking God, bro.
100%. But think about look at all the guys that Lincoln Riley got in there when or Cliff Kingsbury. We talking about Lincoln.
I said Lincoln Riley,
Yeah.
Cliff
Kingsbury.
My bad.
He went and got the Andy Isabellas. Did he draft Christian Kirk? I want to say he drafted Christian Kirk.
I think so. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, making the move to go get D Hop. He knew. Like, hey, I got a guy that can sling this motherfucking rock. He may not be the tallest guy. He may not be prototypical, but I know what I can do with him, and he's gonna need guys. So let's go get him some guys.
Right.
And to me, whenever you have a young quarterback, and this is why I felt like 50-50 with the Bengals, them taking Jamar Chase, because the smart or the more conservative front office is gonna take the O lineman. But bruh, let's be honest, top to bottom, outside of maybe Arizona, who has a better wide receiving core than the Bengals?
I don't. Oh, the Bengals?
Yeah, outside of the Cardinals, who got a deeper wide receiving core than the Bengals?
I don't know.
You can put Dallas up there.
Dallas.
No, there's teams that you can put up there. But I'm just saying, Bengals have a top.
They're up there.
They're up there. They have a top 5 wide receiving core. So look at Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, the guy. So it helps. You know what I'm saying? But the Lamar Jackson thing. Yeah, man, like you know what I'm saying? It's part Lamar, but it's also part pieces around him. You know what I'm saying? And they got to become more dynamic. I think Hollywood is a great player for what they want to do, but he's not a number one.
He's a slot guy.
He's a slot guy over the top guy. He's the cherry on top. He's not the cake. He's not the foundation. You know what I'm saying? So they got to get more guys, and the guys that they went and got aren't good enough. And then to answer the Kyler Murray MVP, yes. Did they just not embarrass the best team coming in to that week? There was the LA Rams.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The eye test showed me defensively, they're super aggressive. Offensively, now that they got Stafford, they're pushing the ball all sorts of wherever the hell they want down the field. And who's their coach? You know I'm bad with names.
Sean McVay.
And you already know Sean McVay. I've been talking the last 2-3 weeks. Sean McVay playing with people out here.
He was looking stressed.
He was, bro.
He was looking stressed.
Yeah, somebody said he wouldn't run up down the sidelines cheering this game.
No, not this one. So, yes, Kyler Murray is that guy right now. I don't know. Ken, I think that's fair. How long could that
it's fair. It's fair. If we're talking about right now, first quarter of the NFL season, approaching and outside of that one game he had where he had great yards passing, but one pick, no touchdowns throwing. But they're 4-0. Lamar isn't. But Lamar is getting the job done. But I think I will go with Kyler. I think I will go with Kyler for right now. But I like what Lamar is doing. I just gotta see more, man.
I said it before that Kyler is my favorite player in the league. He really, really is. This is tough, but I think it's so tough because Lamar has so much less room for error.
Yes.
Kyler can kind of be the gunslinger. He's making things happen, but he can have a turnover too and recover from it easier. Lamar can't recover from a turnover. It's going to be devastating for them to do it. And no, it ain't as pretty because of, the weapons around him. We talk about those guys and how, unreliable his receivers are and all that stuff. So to me, that's just all the more impressive that he's getting it done the way he's getting it done. So I would probably lean, it's really close, slightly in the favor of Lamar.
Okay.
Slightly, very, very slightly. But I think time is going to tell. And that's saying a lot because I'm like you, Ken. I want Lamar to do a couple things more. I still want that.
Yeah.
I still want it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I'm slightly leaning that way. But this is a good race though because it's bigger than those two. Because you still got to put Dak in that mix. You still got to put Stafford. He's still in the mix.
Carr too.
Yeah,
with how he looked. You know what I'm saying? Like coming back.
Tom Brady's leading the league in touch. Well, they kind of caught up with him this week, but he's
Mhm.
leading the league in touchdowns still,
Mhm.
and he will that team to a victory. I mean, you still got to put him in. You got to put him in that.
Yeah,
MVP.
he's in the convo.
Yeah, he got to be in that conversation. So it's a good football year with some great storylines still this late in the season. But that's crazy, man. Too. Speaking of that, I was looking at ESPN's power rankings.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think it's Sports Illustrated's power rankings, and I think they had like the Cardinals were like 5th or 6th.
That's a little high.
Let me tell you the list of the power rankings. This is crazy. The Rams are still number 1.
Still?
Yeah, the Cardinals are. The Rams are 1, even though they lost to
What?
Arizona.
I'm gonna let you finish.
He said that bracing for the possibility that this pick might be controversial. I'm just reading a piece of what the staff said. But I still think the Rams are the best team in the league on Sunday. They look a lot like a team that had won a big game a week ago. It's making excuses for them, Mr. Watson. So they won a big game a week ago, and Matt Stafford admitted he was a little off because he still had a little Brady aftershock.
That's what I said too.
So that's why they still gave him number 1 ranking. I'm sorry, to beat a man, you got to beat the man. They lost. They shouldn't be number 1. Number 2 was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Number 3 was the Green Bay Packers. Number 4 was the Kansas City Chiefs at 2-2. Number 5 was the Arizona Cardinals at 4-0. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, I don't know about. I think the Cardinals too low.
I think so too. I'm like, how ain't nobody beat them. So I understand they got some things to work on defensively a little bit, a little bit here and there. But how could you rank them that low?
Nah,
6
it should be top 3.
Yeah, 6 the Chargers, top 3 of course. 7 the Bills, 8 the Ravens, 9 the Browns, 10 the Cowboys, 11 the Raiders, 12 the Seahawks, 13 the 49ers. I'm gonna tell you another one that's shocking to me. 14 is the Saints, 15 the Panthers, 16 is the Broncos, 17 is the Titans, 18 is New England at 1-3, 19 is Pittsburgh at 1-3, 20 is the Colts at 1-3, 21 is the Vikings at 1-3, 22 is Washington at 2-2, 23 is the Bears, 24 is the Cincinnati Bengals at 3-1.
24.
24th. Did you hear all the teams I named between?
Yeah.
What in the hell?
I don't know. They
could have been 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, they disrespected some teams on that.
Yeah, they really, really did. I'm bugging off this list. But it is what it is. They moved the Jets up to 29th.
So. Now, I know we talking teams, but who showed me a little something that I'm excited to see?
Who's that?
Trey Lance.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Trey Lance did a couple of things. I was like, oh shit. If he get unleashed, that's gonna be a problem. That's gonna be a major problem.
I don't think
not gonna happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't think they just like they're saying that Andy Dalton is still the starter. They're not letting them boys go yet.
But Garoppolo has a hamstring injury though.
They saying he still might play.
Yeah.
He gonna try and play because he don't want to lose his job.
Exactly, right. but you can't play through hamstrings like that. All you're gonna do is tweak it because it'll feel good at the beginning of the game. You're gonna make a move, or I'm feeling good, and hop up. You're gonna be limping off that field.
But I wonder how that's even a discussion then. Like if we got a dual quarterback system, you're not feeling well. You sitting out. You just not playing at this point. Ain't even a discussion. Let's go ahead and run with them. Let's run with number 1A and let's go.
So I think this is what's gonna happen, and this is just me. I just feel this way. I think that Jimmy G is gonna be is they're basically gonna make him more injured than what he is, and Trey's gonna play. They're just saying, yeah, Jimmy's a starter when he gets healthy, but I think that we're gonna see Jimmy gone at least 2 weeks.
Trey,
and if Trey plays well as a full-time starter back-to-back weeks, you got to think about it like this too. It's not just Callahan. Them players know what the hell they see every day in practice. Yeah. They know what just happened in the game. Go. He got a more lively arm. He got the legs. Let him go.
But he at times he still looked a little, unsure. Like shit, you were the beneficiary of it, but that play Debo had, like Jamal Adams passed him off to the safety, and the other safety didn't cover.
17.5 yards open.
Yeah, so that's a busted coverage. Imagine if that was covered. So what happens then? So, and then it was another one. I mean, he did a lot with his legs, but he still had a little errant throws here or there. But I think if I'm Shanahan, I'm gonna just let Jimmy play until he get hurt because it's gonna happen.
Yeah,
and then you put him out there because Jimmy's not playing bad. He's playing better than Trey because he has more experience.
Yeah.
So let's go through some of these games. So Buffalo versus Houston, that was an ass whooping. Not much to talk about there. I was surprised they got shut out, but we can't really grade. I don't want to grade Buffalo off of this one. I think they just did what they needed to do, and they went out and handled business and beat the shit out of them. So there's that. We definitely got to talk about Urban Meyer with what's going on with that. Justin Fields, though.
Got it.
He got it. I mean, he played Detroit, but he looked good. Only had one interception, no turnovers, but he was more composed and he got the W, man, and that matters. Their running back David Montgomery is out 4 to 5 weeks, so that's a huge loss.
I saw he might be out for the season.
Yeah, well, wow, that would suck. But is there a QB controversy brewing? Yeah, didn't you say they said Andy's still the guy?
Yeah, they did say he's still the guy when he comes back.
And what was Andy's injury again?
What was Andy Dalton's injury? Was it his hand or something like that?
Was it his ankle? I cannot remember.
I can't remember what it was.
Chat. What's Andy Dalton's issue again? But either way, I think this will be very similar to what's going to happen with Trey Lance. I think they're going to hold him out till he's 1,000,000% fine. And if Justin plays good enough in those games, it's his job.
Yeah, I think this was the game where, everybody in the chat was saying that Nagy failed Fields last week. If that's the case, maybe he came a little bit more prepared this week. And maybe Fields was nervous, man. Maybe, there's a lot of things that goes into these things that happens. But, I think after this game, because people may not believe this, but I'm a big Justin Fields fan. If y'all been watching the show, y'all know I'm a fan of Justin Fields. Anyway, so I don't need to say that. So I want him to win because I felt like he should have been in Atlanta. So I need him to go out and ball out because I felt like them passing over Fields for Kyle Pitts, who can't help them at all, was a mistake that only the Falcons would make. So, I still think that for the time being, if Dalton is able to play, he should play. But I think it's going to be short now. And I think Fields getting out there, doing what he needed to do and getting his first win as a starter will help move him along and will help make the decision better. And I'm interested and curious to see his progression moving forward.
Knee injury was what he had.
Okay.
And they said in that game, I forgot about that. He was 9 of 11 passing, 56 yards and a touchdown, and had 2 rushes for 25 yards when he got hurt. So he was playing well in that Bengals game when he got injured. So,
Dalton?
Yeah,
Dalton can play, man. Yeah, so if he's healthy, he should be the starter. I mean, it won't hurt Fields to learn, but it also won't hurt him to play. But I think, for the time being, if Andy is upright, let the man play. It's Fields' job. He knows it. We know it. And let him get out there. So anyway, on to the next one. So good for them. Detroit still sucks. That's what you guys get for Jim Caldwell. So, more power to you. Dallas and Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
Shelton.
Yep, it went how I expected it to go.
Yeah.
And the only reason I say that is because I knew that Carolina was going to be shorthanded.
Mm-hmm.
You had all those injuries that happened, which is no excuse, but they played well. They hung in there for as long as they could.
Yeah, lost by 8.
But Dallas is on a mission. Them dudes is rolling downhill, boy.
Hey, keeping my Super Bowl pick alive, baby.
They really are.
They're
strong all over the field. I mean, the defense played well. They was flying all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Diggs. Diggs has 5 interceptions.
Bro, crazy.
And those, he's legit running. We had an argument, me and my boys this weekend about who's the best corner in the game right now. And they were trying to say, well, he's the best corner in the game right now. I wouldn't go quite that far yet.
Just a hot start.
Yeah, it is. It's a nice. He looks great though, but Zeke looked like Zeke.
Hey, they finally got back to giving them the ball. I know you happy.
Hell yeah, I'm happy.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's what I counted on. Like they needed balance. Now I understand. Again, one of the better wide receiving cores, top 10 quarterback in the league, maybe top 7. Right. Maybe I've eased my stance on that. But you have a two-headed. You have Thunder and Lightning, and the Thunder still got a lot in the tank. Give the man the ball.
Yeah, and you paying him all that money. You better run him. You better run him. And Lightning did his job too.
Exactly.
He made some plays. And the thing about it was, you're not relying on Dak solely sitting back there in the pocket, getting hit, getting hurt, and you know he can do it. He still can throw the ball all over the field. Yeah, Darnold did have another good game. Darnold is actually, he has 5 rushing TDs, which is the most rushing TDs in the history of the NFL for a quarterback at this point. Which is crazy. I think he's leading. He might be first or second in the league in touchdowns. Yeah, Mr. T.I., I'm a little happy Sam Darnold lost.
Well, he wasn't going to go undefeated this season. No. So it's a matter of how you perform in the loss is what 100%. I was judging them on.
Right. And Mr. Ant-Man, I got your super. I got all the super chats. I'm gonna read these two, and since this one's related, Mr. Ant-Man said, "Y'all see that Jalen Smith got cut? Yeah, he got cut today.
Wow, for real?
Yeah, they cut Jalen Smith today, which it wasn't really a surprising move. They've been trying to trade him for a minute now because with the way that Michael Parsons is playing, which is out of his mind, making plays all over the field. This guy's right now to me, he's the rookie of the year that I can think of. Anyway, I don't think anybody's coming close. But what was I gonna say? Oh, and then you got Van Der Esch coming back. So, and then they got Keanu Neal coming off COVID list. So they got the linebacker position pretty good back.
The Falcons should sign him.
They really should.
He's talented.
He really is. He is one of those guys that battled back from injury. He had a horrible injury last year at Notre Dame, but he was going on to be that guy. And he battled back from it, and he looked good. I mean, he wasn't starting this year for Dallas that much, but he was making plays. And I felt like they were going to keep him for the rest of the year. I mean, just for team chemistry, but evidently there's more going on behind the scenes than we knew. They cut him today. So we'll see where he ends up.
But yeah, man. I feel like we're going to talk about Sam Darnold all year, but I think it's a really interesting story because of how he has this second leash on life. To go from the Jets to this. So now the question at some point, as we move forward, not now, because we still have a boatload of games to play. We're going to have to say, some of us was calling Sam Darnold a bust. We're going to have to reevaluate that if he continues to play, this well.
Well, for some of us, we don't have to reevaluate. We just got to say, told you so. Because the organization they were playing for looks so bad, and they're doing it to another rookie.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Like I said, the only reason I'm really not happy for Sam Darnold is because I felt like a lot of other players deserve second chances too, and they didn't get that. And I felt like
who though?
The color of his skin. I need to really go back and think about that and look at that list.
Because here's the thing though. While I overall agree, right? Like, people of color sometimes, especially at the quarterback position, we don't get the second and third and fourth and fifth and seventh and 15th opportunities.
Josh Rosen.
He didn't get another chance.
Josh Rosen playing right now with the Falcons.
No, he's a backup.
My point is he keeps getting signed, and we all know Josh Rosen.
Josh Rosen got robbed though. He should have had more of an opportunity to play because I don't think he got a fair shot. I think they punished him because of his privilege.
Well, Kyler was available,
so I think that's what. No, I get that, but I think before that. Him having all that money and the stuff he was saying, I think he never got a fair. It hurt him.
But I think that the only reason I think that it was more than that is maybe I was thinking maybe he didn't look the part in practice. Same thing happened when the Panthers signed Cam Newton. They had Matt Bart. Was it not Matt Bart? What was his name? Dang, I know he was from Notre Dame. Jimmy, something from Notre Dame. Anyway, he was drafted in the second round. that year that Cam Newton came out.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name, but Cam took his job the same way. And this time, I didn't think that they were going to sign Kyler. I was scared. I was like, well, he ain't gonna be the first pick, and I wanted him to be there. But when they picked him, I was shocked because they did knock Rosen off. But
yeah, we ain't never seen anything like that. Like you draft a quarterback first after you drafted a quarterback the year before. That shit was unheard of, but it's working out for him. But Indianapolis, I should say, and Miami. So yeah, Brian Flores, Jimmy Clausen, yeah. Brian Flores is in trouble, so he got some coaching to do. But Wentz got his first win, and that division is still up for grabs. So this was a big win for them to kind of stay in the hunt after the Titans lost. So, Wentz looked okay. Looked like he's settling in. So we'll see. But it's not that hard to beat Miami when they don't have Tua. I'll give you the props there, FIFO, because they are limited. But Brissett was all right. So nothing much to talk about outside of that. They got the first win. So
Tua makes them more dynamic.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Even though he doesn't run a lot of the RPOs, meaning using his legs in the run pass option, he that's another dynamic you can add. You got a game plan for.
Yeah.
And with Tua, he's up and coming. I don't know what the ceiling is, but he's up and coming. So
I want to see more. Like
it feels like the training wheels are still on Tua.
Yeah.
It's not wide open.
Yeah. And I know the talent is there because I became a fan when he was in Alabama. And I know I shit on him and give him a hard time on the show, but I really fucked with Tua. And I hate fucking Alabama. But I fucked with him when he was in Alabama, bro.
100%. And then going back to another thing that you was talking about with it was the quarterback we was just talking about that they got. Oh, Kyler. Two of them Dolphins got some weapons.
Oh yeah.
Where do those weapons be? You think the Brissett is that bad?
Yes. Brissett is a backup QB.
He's
a career backup, meaning if he's playing more than 5 or 6 games in a season for you, it's going to be a bad season. Because out of those 5 or 6 games, you're going to get 2 really good games. One game you could win, and then the other 2 is like, I don't know.
At this point in his career, like he is. Like he had a shot, he lost it, and now he's just a backup.
Yep.
Like only Belichick was able to get something out of him, and that brief run he had as a starter. But yeah, he is. Cleveland 3-1, beat Minnesota, bro.
That was an ugly win too.
Mm-hmm. What was it
14-7?
It was like it wasn't a traditional 14-7. Mm-hmm. It was like they kicked a couple field goals and they had a 2-point conversion in there. So they had like 1 touchdown and 2 field goals. So it was like an ugly game. And I would expect both those teams to have some offenses flying all over the place.
Yeah.
These are the ones you got to win.
100%.
Yeah, if you're going to be a good team.
But see, that's, again, which is why the Browns slowly but surely have started to become a smart organization. We're not going to pay Baker. You gotta show and prove. You gotta earn it, because with the amount of weaponry he has, plus the two best running backs in the game in terms of being in one backfield, that allows you to win games like this. Jadeveon has been, good addition. Obviously, we know what Myles Garrett does. So the defensive side is pretty stout. The back end of that defense is getting better. They're gelling a little bit more. A lot of new players over there. But to me, the biggest question mark about this team continues to be Baker Mayfield. Because if you had, let's just say you transposed Deshaun Watson onto that team, them boys averaging 40 a game. That's the talent that's on that roster on the offensive side of the ball should be averaging 28 to 30 some a game. I know 40 is a little hyperbolic, but again, it just shows the difference in a QB. You put any top 10 QB there, they're a juggernaut.
They ran the ball 38 times.
Yeah, I was gonna say probably is not though, because they got the talent to put the ball in the end zone. Yeah, they could score 35 to 40 points a game.
Yeah, but Baker doesn't unlock all of that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying with one of those above.
Is it Baker or Stefanski?
It's Baker.
It's
Baker
probably a combination of both.
But I think Stefanski is just playing to his strengths. Let's run the ball. Let's play good defense because I can't let Baker throw 35, 40 times.
He threw 33 this time.
And what were the stats?
All right, he wasn't throwing it down the field. So
that's Baker.
Yeah, right.
That's Baker. How can you blame Stefanski?
Baker's strength is play action.
Yes.
So they have to run the ball straight play action. That's his thing.
All right.
I don't think you resign him. I think you move on from Baker.
It depends on who's available.
I was gonna say that's what matters most.
Yep.
Who's available.
Well, shit. Look, hey, look.
Look at this draft class. This draft class don't look like it's good. If you're talking about them going to get Deshaun Watson,
yes.
No, that's another story. Yeah.
Now we talking. If
that's what they need to go do. Look, we give you a serviceable quarterback and a whole bunch of draft picks because shit. If you could resign your core guys, fuck draft picks. Fuck the draft. We got Deshaun Watson here, bro. Come on.
With that lineup, like you said, we won't need draft picks. Let's just keep this core together. Let's run this. We can run it back.
See, because Ken, look at what Deshaun Watson did last year with D-Hop gone.
I know
D-Hop
that motherfucker's special, bro.
He still do for almost 4,500 yards.
And this team, and that's what I'm saying. Like that's why he would be up near the top of that list of quarterbacks when we talk about quarterbacks. Because that dude, like you said, he did it with nothing. He made those guys. And that Browns team would not only rival, I think they would take out the Kansas City team.
100%.
Yeah,
because you can't run the ball like that.
Yeah.
You can't run the ball like that.
At all. And then you got a better defense.
Well, either way, I still say, like, I'm going to give Baker some credit because they were not winning.
Why you getting
because, man, because they, first of all, everybody shitted on him.
I can't believe Ken got signed.
I know, bro.
Nah, everybody was
saying this right now.
Everybody was shitting on the guy like pre-draft, post-draft, this, that, and the other. We know what the Browns are. It's tough to overcome that. Fucking Sam Darnold wasn't able to overcome that. And let's not act like Baker didn't go to moribund franchise as well. Like, the fucking damn Browns were just as bad as the fucking Jets, but Baker somehow managed to overcome it and win games. Now the organization decided to make some right moves in the front office, and I give them props there where the Jets wasn't able to. But if this was Josh Rosen, are they winning these games? Probably not. So Baker has the type of arrogance and cockiness that maybe you need to turn a franchise like this around. Speaking of turning the franchise around.
But I was going to say this with Super Chat that was on the
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Yeah, let's do it.
We them boys was happening. He said the Baker and Odell experiment doesn't work, and it's not Odell's fault. Baker has been bad the last 2 weeks, and Odell just came back these last 2 weeks. Yeah, Baker.
Correlation doesn't equal, what is it? Correlation does not equal causation, though.
Yeah, if you put Baker on one of those teams that are bad, they're gonna still be bad. You put another quarterback on his team.
It's like what he has. Y'all talk about him all the time. 2 dynamic running backs. What else are you supposed to do but give it running 40 times?
But when they need him to win a game, when those running backs ain't doing what they're doing, and you need him to win a game, can Baker win a game for you?
He has won games for him.
Okay, it's not even that. The type of weaponry that they have on the outside, you should be scared. You should be scared of the matchup.
But we gotta also look at Stefanski too.
Ken, Stefanski is calling the game to win the game. His job is to win the game.
Or maybe
because he knows Baker is limited, we're going to run 35, 40 fucking times a game.
Yeah, he knows his limitations, so he has to stick in that box.
Maybe he's not an offensive coach.
No. He is an offensive coach. And the reason why is because every other offensive, remember, Baker's done had 3 head coaches since he's been in the league.
I know.
The other 2 guys have trying to put the ball in Baker's hand and be like, hey, go be
the
next level franchise QB, and he's not that.
They were not good coaches, though. Freddie Kitchens and fucking Hugh Jackson.
Hugh Jackson was supposed to be at least decent.
Well, they fucked up with Hugh Jackson.
They did.
So I ain't gonna criticize for that.
Even with that being said, Baker is what Baker is. The same way I was calling this shit.
Yeah, he was the OC. In Minnesota.
Odell is wide open, Ken.
Where?
That's what we the boys said.
Who is Hey, you forgot. Forget my point. But at the end of the day, Baker is just. Who's the quarterback in Chicago that just got replaced from last year?
Mitch Trubisky.
Mitch Trubisky. How many weeks did Nick on this damn podcast tell me, oh, Mitch Trubisky is the guy, Mitch Trubisky. Mitchell who? Just like Baker who?
I'm not saying Baker's the guy. I'm just giving him props for being able to win on a shitty-ass team like the Browns have been for all those years.
But Ken.
This is not that team.
Exactly. Like, Ken, the Browns arguably have the best roster top to bottom.
Correct.
Arguably. Not saying definitively, but they're a top 3 roster, offense and defense.
Yeah, you take them top 5 stars, and that you put they starting 5 against anybody. I'm talking about
anybody.
The top.
Baker gonna show y'all, man. Watch.
Baker's Baker.
Nah,
he ain't gonna do nothing.
Yeah, Baker. The reason why they say we're gonna run the ball, we still gonna win this game, and that's what they did. They relied on that tough defense.
Yep.
All right. He almost beat the Chiefs.
Okay.
Last year, he almost.
Ken, let me ask you.
He beat Pittsburgh.
When
was the last time they got a playoff win?
When you see Kansas City come into town, you have fear in your heart. That boy Tyreek gonna go off. Kelsey gonna go off. If Clyde Edwards-Helaire start running the damn ball like he been doing the last 2 weeks, oh shit, what the hell we doing? You still got to remember they got a burner called McCole Hardman. You're scared. They instill fear in that secondary. They instill fear in that defense. You know what I'm saying? There's teams that do that. The Chargers with Justin Herbert. Like, hey, that shit's scary.
Hey, Herbert.
My guy.
Hey.
The Cardinals with Kyler. Oh, hey, there's a lot of shit we got to defend. Baker, hey, stop the run. What the fuck does that say about the court? That's the quarterback.
Yeah. If you stop the run, you beat the Browns.
You beat the Browns. Period. That's all on Baker. Baker has all of it. If Baker was dealing with the situation like the Jets, I would be like, hey, give Baker a second opportunity. Because the Jets are just not ran well. But the Browns have been able to build through the draft. They still got very favorable contracts with a lot of their big time players, especially come on, man, like who's the other wide receiver? That's OBJ.
Landry.
Yeah, and he's been out.
Landry doesn't get paid a lot. OBJ because he's not exorbitant. He's not one of the top 5 highest paid wide receivers. Bro, you still got Njoku. You still got Austin Hooper. You got 2. This is Noah's Ark. They come by the twos. Yeah. Everything you need come by the twos. The old linemen. They come by the 5. They got 5 of them. Yeah, no,
he got everything. He has everything you can ask for in an offense, and then they got everything you can ask for the defense. At this point, they built that roster well.
Well, they're going to the Super Bowl this year.
Is a surefire QB.
The Giants lucked up and won.
We watched that one.
Oh wow.
No. Giants versus the Saints.
Oh yeah, that's the week before.
Yeah. Nick will be here Thursday to talk about this shit. But
I don't know how they won that
game. I don't know any details of this game. Do you?
I saw Tony, that wide receiver, the new
Kadarius Toney, because it looked like the Saints were up.
They were up.
We need to talk about Payton. I've been saying it. Sean Payton. He needs to stop babysitting Jameis Winston. Enough's enough. It's 4 weeks in. Yeah. There's no denying Jameis can throw the damn ball. He got all the talent. I wonder
if it's them trying to say, well, we need to cut back them turnovers, so let's kind of be safe.
And it got you to 2-2.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Instead of letting him be himself and be the gunslinger he is.
I don't know, man. No one should be losing to the fucking Giants.
No, not at all.
You should not, especially with that defense. How the fuck you lose to the goddamn Giants? And not only that, you let them come back on you and win. Mm-hmm. So let me see. They scored, in OT, and then they scored, looks like, 11 points with under 7 minutes to go. The Saints were up 21-10, and they couldn't hold that lead. We got to talk about Sean Payton, and I'm gonna keep saying it every week. But at some point, that conversation is gonna start happening. The man blew playoff wins. Nobody talked about it, and now all of a sudden he gets a QB change, and you can't hold on to a lead against the fucking Giants of all people.
Yeah, that was quite depressing.
It was. Nobody wants to see them win. The Jets. Now,
wowzers.
There's a couple of things. First of all, Tennessee. Now Julio was out.
So was AJ Brown.
Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. And that's the only both the number 1 and 2 receivers.
So you're giving them a pass.
So they get a pass.
All right.
No matter what.
That's fair.
Your top 2 receivers out.
Yeah.
Game time decisions on both. It's kind of hard to overcome that, regardless as to who you're playing. It's still an NFL team.
Y'all told me Tannehill was the guy.
No. We said that adding Julio gives him more balance, and now you can't put the 8-9 men in the box. Both of them guys out. I'm putting all the 11 in the box.
Right,
throw the damn ball because you ain't running it. I tell you.
Well, it didn't help. This motherfucker still had 157 yards.
See that guy?
That's fucking nuts. They ran it 30. He got the ball 33 times.
And Tannehill did not. He was 30 for 49 for 298 yards and a touchdown, no interceptions.
But shout out to Zach Wilson, man. It's hard to win as a Jet.
It is.
So shout out to him. Michael Carter, one of their rookie draft picks. I think that O-line is pretty bad because he didn't run well, but it looks like he might be the guy moving forward. Corey Davis had a pretty decent game, but they won. And so congrats to him and Robert Salah, and we'll see what happens moving forward. But but that loss, helps everybody else in that division, mainly the Colts. Kansas City, Philly. My takeaway from this game was that Kansas City's defense is horrendous.
Yeah.
They let the Eagles put 30 on them. And I know one of those scores came late or whatever, but still.
Yeah, and they had about 3 touchdowns called back.
Who?
Philly. Yeah, because 2 penalties on touchdowns, passes. It was nice passes, too. Then he threw 3 penalties.
Mm-hmm.
He hit Smith on the bomb, but Smith stepped out of bounds. So he came back in.
Illegal touching.
It was a holding play on a pass to a tight end. I forgot what the third one was. But, yeah, it was pretty rough.
It sounded like some coaching going on to me, too.
Pretty rough.
Damn.
Jalen Hurts threw 32 for 48 for 387 yards and 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. 387 yards.
Yeah, he put numbers on the board. But, KC, my God, bro, y'all in Hurts out here throwing for almost 400 yards?
You can't keep winning like that. That was my takeaway for it. They you won this game because it was a matter of who could score the most points.
Mm-hmm.
No defenses showed up at all, but and Philly had a lot of fight. That team is fighting regardless. They fighting. But
for how long though?
What I'm saying about Kansas City more than anything is you can't keep winning like that. You're gonna come against these teams and they play. I think they play the Bills this week. But you can't beat these top teams like that.
Bills are like, I don't know if that's on the picks, but yeah. And the question I have for Philly, and we can answer that at a later day. I just want to put it out there: for how long are they going to continue to fight, and especially if you keep losing? And at some point, will they quit on Hurts the way they quit on Wentz? And that's a bit of concern because that would impact Hurts and not give him a fair opportunity to continue to play as a starter.
I don't think so. And I think let me tell you why I say it. And I said it last week and I'll continue to say it. And I'm just gonna let this play out so we can see, because I'm telling y'all I was right about this thing. I ain't saying it hurts that guy. I'm just saying he ain't as bad as people make him out to be. The fact that Wentz quit is what the difference is. Hurts ain't gonna quit. So the fact that he's gonna keep going and motoring along, I think his teammates are gonna stick behind him like they've been doing. Whether they can keep it up is another story. But when you see your quarterback give up, you see him kind of shaky and not really into it like that, and really not, got half in, half out, that's when you quit. But if you see somebody fighting and scratching and clawing, it's going to keep you fighting and scratching and clawing for as long as you can.
Yeah, well, that's all I'm asking. I mean, if you're still losing, like at some point, it's like, man, shit, what are we doing all this for? Yeah. And if whether it's Hurts or whether it's the coach, because, that's another thing we got to look at here with this new coach they got. And, you telling me all these penalties and stuff, mistakes that they had,
that was a killer.
So,
and like I said, it wasn't really that the offense was atrocious or, you still got to play ball to put up 30 points. You no matter how bad the defense is, you still got to be playing at a good level to put that kind of points up. So it's just the overall team thing. Like the defense need to make a couple stops.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then there was a couple times when they needed them and they just didn't show up. So yeah.
Arizona, the Rams, we kind of already talked about this a little bit, but they beat them boys down. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I was over my in-laws, my father-in-laws, and saw most of the second half.
On the road too.
Yeah, and I was like, the confidence they had was telling to me. But I also was telling my in-law, well, last week was a big win for the Rams, and they probably came in, didn't take this team seriously, was happy they beat Brady and felt like they showed something to the world. You got to do it every week. And this is a division game. You can't have a letdown in the division like that to go out and get mollywopped like that and embarrassed. So I'll see how they bounce back next week.
Do you think the Rams took the Cardinals easy?
Mm-hmm.
You think that's what it was? Yep. Part of what it was?
I think they were like, oh, man, we just beat the Super Bowl champs. Yeah. Easy.
It could have started that way, but they got punched in the mouth, and they was on their heels for the rest of that game.
Yep.
So I think they started fighting, but once again, you just couldn't do nothing with them boys. They was flying all over the field. The confidence level was up. And when you play, once again, everything starts with that leader. If your leader is confident and cool and calm and collected and playing ball like that, everybody falls in line.
Mm-hmm.
And that just goes to show you that's where games are won and lost. And that's why a Baker is so important. I didn't say Ken apologize to AJ Green. AJ Green is playing good.
What I say to AJ Green? I know he cost me one fantasy year.
I'm gonna get to all y'all super chats too. Don't think I forgot.
And if any of them related to a game that we're talking about, feel free to read them because they're in context of the conversation. But yeah, I if you drop it in the chat, you don't have to super chat it. Just let me know what I said to AJ Green, and I'll apologize depending on what I said. But I should have picked him up, this week because my team's so banged up. But yeah, Seattle, San Francisco. Jimmy got hurt. I didn't catch much of this game, but good for Russell to bounce back. But they got some issues, bro. They don't know how to close out games. They make this shit a lot harder than it has to be, and I'm concerned.
Big old say, Ken apologize to Al Green. Why you apologize to Al Green? All the greens, Ken. What did you say about the greens?
I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, y'all just let me know. I'll see. But
yeah, San Fran was fighting uphill that whole game.
Were they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't catch much of this. All I saw was Trey Lance was in the game, and I'm like, oh shit, what happened? But Russ don't look good, bro.
Yeah, he don't. Debo's having a hell of a season, though.
He is.
That's crazy.
But he was nice last year in spots, in bursts.
And that's the reason why I picked him in fantasy. Because, look, you know me. Like, I know the run game is whatever in fantasy, but I don't know. To me, wide receivers have bigger opportunities to have bigger games.
Bigger splash.
Yeah, they don't always have the consistency of the top running backs.
I did say that.
What'd you say?
Call him a trash and a quitter for his.
I called him a quitter. I said AJ Green was a quitter because of what happened. He was on my fantasy team and he quit. He did quit though.
I can't like that shit right.
He quit. He quit on the Bengals, man. He wanted to be traded, all kind of shit. Just because he playing good in Arizona, don't mean he didn't quit in Cincinnati.
Hey, you know what? The only thing with that San Francisco team is he's the only receiver that they got.
Yeah,
like the number 2 receiver is who?
Ayuk. He could play.
Ayuk had 1 reception for 15 yards, and part of that was a quarterback issue, but he hadn't been getting enough of the ball share. And Kittle's
been in and out in terms of being hurt.
So they're relying on Debo heavy.
Yep.
All right. So what's some of these super chats? Are they having a hissy fit? What do we miss? That's so important.
Adrian Wells. Adrian said, "What's good, family? How about them Cowboys? 3
Hey, I like this one.
3-1, baby.
Hey, keep that one coming.
Dak for MVP. Hey, I ain't behind you with that Dak for MVP.
My Super Bowl picks is still alive. I'm a Cowboy fan this year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right, Will Young. I was gonna say the same thing. Debo and Marty McFly. Debo is finally healthy. I fear him getting hurt because that's what he's been doing his whole career. He was a monster in South Carolina. Y'all go back and watch some of them college highlights of Debo. Debo has always been a beast, boy, and now he's finally getting to show it. Yeah, but go back and look at him at South Carolina. He played at USC, and he was a man among boys at South Carolina because he was the only thing they had.
And they say Ayuk is in the doghouse.
Oh, okay.
Shanahan need to get over that shit.
Yeah. Now ain't the time to be punished.
Yeah, nah.
Mr. Ant-Man 27. Mr. Ant-Man, what's good tonight, man? He said Fields look great when he actually has protection and legitimate play calling. Y'all agree, or did Ken just look at the box score again? with the
Yes, I did look at the box score again, and they told me that he had a good game. And if you want to tell me that part of that is because of the protection, then by all means, it is. But guess what? He had a good game.
Yeah, he was decent.
So the box score told me two things: he had a good game, and then you're adding that he had protection and stuff like that. So, so I'm right on both occasions. He played like shit because he didn't have protection, and this time he played well because he did. Tell me when I'm lying.
Let me see which other one I missed. Joshua Jericho. Joshua said MLB playoff predictions. Give me the Braves and the Red Sox.
The Braves?
Yes. I'm a homer. I like the Braves. I'm a huge Braves fan, by the way. That's the only Atlanta team I root for.
Well, hold on. I'll tell you one in a second.
The Braves.
Mm-mm.
Braves gonna beat the Dodgers in 7.
I'm gonna go. Damn, I want to go Giants, but I'm gonna go Dodgers. I'm gonna go Dodgers versus. I think I might be with you on the Red Sox. Yeah, I might be with you there. I got to do some deep diving. I'll be able to answer this next week a little bit better. What else we got?
Presto T, what's good, Presto T? As always, you show love and appreciate the support. Using FIFO's 3 to 5 rule, are there any 3 to 5 guys y'all think are promising, or some that might be done soon? 3 to 5 guys.
What, in the NBA right now?
Is that NFL or NBA?
Read the question one more time.
Using FIFO's 3 to 5 rule, are there any 3 to 5 guys y'all think are promising or some that might be done soon? I think that's an NFL question.
Okay. Personally, I think Baker will be done. Not saying that Cleveland won't extend him, but I just Baker is what Baker is. Baker's not getting better. Mm-hmm. Justin Herbert's the guy.
Mm-hmm.
Burrow's the guy.
Man, I saw. You know what's crazy? They were actually talking about Justin Herbert in the Hall of Fame already.
Okay, man.
He got to get.
Hey, I was hearing that. I mean, I get what they're saying. If he stays healthy,
he projects. But he got to get some accolades, which is why I was cool with Mahomes being mentioned in Hall of Fame. He already got an MVP. He already got Super Bowl.
Yeah,
he got something to say. Hey, I got something here. I got some hardware. But I think Justin Herbert, obviously staying on the trajectory, he should win. He should get the accolades along the way. Mm-hmm. So I think he's here to stay.
Yeah, he is. As long as he stays healthy, he'll be fine.
Yeah, I think the quarterbacks of this draft class, personally, I think Trey Lance is the most prominent. I think he has the most upside out of all of them.
Really,
even including
Justin
and the guy in Jacksonville,
Trevor
Lawrence. Because the arm, in my opinion, is the liveliest arm out of all of them. And then his wigability, I think his mobility.
He was a little bit mobile than I thought he was. Yeah.
I think he's more mobile than Justin. Trevor, he's mobile for pocket quarterback. But I think Trey Lance just has the most physical gifts out of all of them. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to say him out of this group. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, he's the guy. Jamar Chase is the guy. He proven everybody that preseason is just preseason. So there's a lot of guys. There's a lot of guys that popped in the NFL that I would say that are 3 to 5 that, they're on the right trajectory.
Watch out for Rondale Moore with the Cardinals. Rondale Moore, watch that name. Watch Kellen Mond with the Vikings.
Yeah,
them are 2 names that.
Yeah, because they done with Kirk Cousins, bro. They done with that. They Kirk Cousins just lucky he signed that big ass deal. They can't do nothing with it. But he's done.
But watch out for Kellen Mond. I think Kellen Mond is gonna make some noise at some point in the league.
And no, Tigolo Kane, I'm not going off of Madden ratings. I'm going off of what my eyeballs tell me.
I'm gonna get back to that one. I'm gonna put that one in the notes, Presto. I'm gonna find some 3 to 5 guys and bring you some and some of them that are out too. Let me ask y'all something real quick. A football question I meant to ask earlier. I thought about what is your dream matchup based off the year so far? If you could pick 2 teams that you want to see play on Sunday, what 2 would you like to see? Marty McFly, you don't even know Kellen Mond. Come on now, you better watch what I say. I'm right more than I'm wrong, brother. You saw us right by Herbert, but look, what 2 teams would you like to see play? If you had to pick 2 teams in the NFL, like I want to see that matchup right now.
Arizona versus Kansas City.
That's one. Yeah.
I kind of don't want to see that because Kansas City gonna get lit up for like 40. They're gonna have to put up 55.
I know,
but I would like to see it though.
Yeah, that would be great.
That's offense against offense. That'd be awesome. I would like to see. Dang.
I think right now, I would like to see the Rams in Green Bay. Now, do I have to go AFC, NFC?
No, it could be anything.
It could be NFC, NFC. Yeah, I want to see Rams in Green Bay because I don't know if y'all been watching the Green Bay games. Hey, Aaron Rodgers said, "Look, all I needed was one."
Hey, he's trying to keep the trolls off his back, man. I don't know if you know that.
Hey, but he balling though.
Yeah,
he's balling.
That's what he said.
I want to see.
Johnny Matt said Dallas, Baltimore. What you got?
Dallas, Baltimore. I was gonna say that's what I was gonna say.
Oh,
that was it. Thank you. That was my one. I want to see Dak versus Lamar. That's my MVP. That's really my MVP.
And Dallas's defense is a lot better than people was giving him credit for preseason. Micah, he looked like he the guy. So a pretty
Cowboys,
good
Rams,
run defense versus one of the leading rushing attacks. That would be interesting.
Cowboys and Rams would be good. That'll be good too.
Yeah, it's a bunch of good matchups that would be good. I was gonna say the Bills and who do I have for the Bills too?
I think Bills Raiders right now is a good game.
Yeah, Bills Chargers.
The Bills Chargers.
Hey, Tigolo ain't the guy that had COVID, is it? He said he beat COVID. Tigolo did.
Who beat COVID? Oh, Tigolo, you had COVID?
That wasn't the guy, was it?
I'm glad to see you back, brother.
But Tigolo be in here.
Yeah, I was say where you been.
Yeah, I'm confused.
I think Tigolo 2 different people.
We have like 4 more games left. Baltimore, Denver. The only takeaway I have from this game is I like Harbaugh's decision to keep that streak alive.
That's what I was going to ask you. What you thought about the streak?
I loved it. It's rare. If you got a shot, go for it. If you don't get it, cool. But don't cheat your players out of something like that. I think they can go a long way in the locker room. And forget all this old sportsmanship shit or whatever like that.
But did you hear what Lamar said right after? So I don't know. It's like it's kind of.
What'd he say?
So Lamar was like, he didn't even know about the record. He doesn't care. He just really wanted the W.
I heard. Well, my father-in-law said that they knew about the record. Maybe Lamar didn't know, but
I'm saying Lamar. I don't know.
Teams knew
Lamar
about it.
Specifically. At the press conference, he was like, "Yeah, I didn't even know about the record. I didn't know what the hell coach was doing calling that play. But I'm just glad we got the dub." Basically.
So who told him to go 3 yards and slide down?
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Look. My father-in-law, he's a big NFL guy. He said that they have been talking about it. The Ravens had been, or maybe it was I can't remember, but
I think it was the announcer.
All I know is I heard that they had been talking about the record and trying to keep it alive because it meant a lot for them to be able to do something like that. Either way, whether he knew about it or not or whatever, I'm glad that they did it because I think when Adrian Peterson had a chance to break the record and he didn't do it, he didn't get the shot. He didn't really care because they made the playoffs, but I'm like, go for that record, bro. Like, how often do you get a chance like that?
So you root for the NBA player that missed a shot to get a triple-double on purpose? Who was that did that?
You talking about
Ricky Davis.
Yeah, Ricky Davis.
With the damn Cleveland Cavs. I was watching that game live.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was in favor of that kid then, huh?
I remember that. That was crazy. Not in that manner, no. Not like that. But, I think it was meant to be, man. I know, there may be people, I haven't even seen what the chat said, but, I know people may disagree. I don't know what analysts have said about it because I haven't been keeping up with it. But my thing is that I liked it. I was disappointed that they wasn't going to actually get it because they were throwing on that last possession when they scored. I'm like, what? So I don't know. But yeah, I like that they did it. But unfortunately for Teddy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I hated that Teddy got hurt in that game.
Yeah, but they were gonna lose anyway because they had a cupcake schedule.
They had the easy schedule. Wow.
Yeah. So
the teams that they had played up until that point was 0-10.
God damn.
Up until that point, they were 0-10. That was the first game that they played all year.
Yeah, so Teddy handled his business up to this point. So salute to him, but. We gotta grade that one on the curve a little bit. Green Bay, Pittsburgh, not a lot to see here.
Man,
it's time. It's time, y'all.
I've been saying it since the beginning of the season. It's time, man. Please, Mike Tomlin, those guys up there, the Rooneys, whoever's in charge, y'all, let's go ahead.
Tomlin said he's still the best option at QB, man.
That's saying a lot. I would really like to see a practice. That's really a damning statement to. Haskins and Rudolph and whoever else on that team, Dobbs, whoever else they got that can play quarterback. They can call back / Cordell Stewart, Antoine Randall, any of them guys, Hines Ward can come back and play whoever they can get to come back and play quarterback. They need to call them back because I'm telling you, they struggling in Pittsburgh, boy.
Tomlin said what he does and what he's done, I think is what he's done more than what he's doing. Makes me really comfortable in saying that he's the best option for them.
He's well done.
And maybe Haskins just is, or Rudolph, I think he's still there, just not getting it done in practice. And so he has no other way nobody to turn to. But I man, and I got to talk to, I have an in-law, cousin-in-law, lifelong Pittsburgh fan.
Yeah.
He don't care about Tomlin. He don't care about players. He don't care about anything. Only care about is if his team win. Mm-hmm. He has no allegiance to any of those guys on that team if they're not helping him win. So I can't wait to talk to him to get his input on this as well. But I saw Big Ben miss 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
We had one to Juju, and that's just like,
that was terrible.
Oh my God! I'm like, he got to go, bro.
But still, that wasn't, that wasn't on him. But I'm just saying that it's time, man. It's been past time, man. Listen, man, if they don't get Cam in there for a workout,
Cam can't help. He can't throw any better than Ben. The only thing he's gonna do is run. Cam is not. People need to stop trying to put Cam on this team, bro.
Yeah.
Because think about this, Shelton. Maybe the team is just bad. Maybe the OC is bad. I don't know what maybe the O-line really is that bad. But my thing is, if you bring Cam in there and it don't help, which I feel like it won't, then that's now they're gonna be talking shit about Cam and Tomlin. So, man, I don't know, man, but this is bad. I think Pittsburgh are going a little run. I think somehow I'm getting a feeling that they may manage to finish above 500. But right now, whatever is going on there, man, it's ugly. It's ugly. Last 2, Tampa Bay, New England. This game was actually a lot closer than I thought.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll say is that New England's defense and fantasy only got 2 points. So I should have kept them motherfuckers because, Tom Brady did not light them up.
We had no idea.
He did not light them up. So I didn't watch that game at all. I didn't even care who won. But the Mac attack was back. So he put up 2 touchdowns, but I don't know how good he played.
He actually outplayed Brady in that game. But, when it mattered most, Brady did what Brady did.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was kind of nervous, and he was back home.
Mm-hmm.
It was an emotional type situation. So it was a different kind of game. You could put it that way. And I think he would have been more comfortable if Gronk had played, believe it or not. I think that would have helped him to settle in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was more nervous. than Mac.
Mm.
But they said, that shows you the greatness of Belichick, though. Mac was put in a position to make plays, and he just looked comfortable. It's like, I'm comfortable with what I'm doing out here.
Yeah, people sleeping on Belly, man. Give him a couple of years with Matt, man, a year or two. Hey, man, it might be starting over, man. I know people want to do this Brady versus Belichick thing, but damn, I missed the comment about the Steelers I wanted to read. But
From Jordan, Steelers fan here. It's time for Ben to go. This is Jordan Ullum. What's up, Jordan? Steelers fan here. Definitely time for Ben to go. He started trending that way last year. The O-line is terrible, but Ben is missing throws. Sucks to see it because he's a Hall of Famer, but this is Eli all over again. This seems even worse than Eli to me.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
This seems even worse than Eli to me.
All right, last game. Raiders finally doing what I felt like they were going to end up doing, starting hot and fading. So they lost to the Chargers, 28-14. No,
They lost to a better team.
They did.
Chargers better than the Raiders?
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about the Raiders was back and Gruden and Carr for MVP.
I told you that game against Baltimore, the Raiders were done. They were dead in the water in that first game. They should not have won that game.
I agree with you.
Handed it to them. Who was the next win for the Raiders? Who they played?
Oh, I can look right here. They played Pittsburgh. That's easy. And Miami. That's easy.
It really wasn't that easy in that Miami game either.
They went to OT in that one.
Right. They should have lost that game. The receivers woke up late. But I think that they were probably the most overrated, undefeated team going into this game.
I'm with you. You talking now, Shelton.
And they didn't look good at all. And the Chiefs let them stay in it. But this was the weirdest game ever. And it's the strangest thing I've ever seen in my life, where the home team had no support. The whole crowd was a Raiders crowd. That was 80% Raiders fans in that building.
Wow, that's crazy.
So I was rocking, and it just was the weirdest. It probably felt weird too. Like he couldn't get play. He couldn't even call plays. Mm-hmm. Like he couldn't hear nothing. It was crazy.
So Colin talked about this, where he said that there is no organization, team, or anything that he's ever seen that their fan base travels. Think about it. Like, there's certain teams that are just rooted in the community of what they are, right? Mm-hmm. Like Green Bay feels like a small hometown team. Right. But the Raiders have moved from city to city, state to state now. And like that fan base is loyal. And not only is it loyal, it continues to grow. And they have not won since the 2000s. Correct. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think that they've made it to a postseason game since like 2002 or 2003, some crazy stat like that, which is ridiculous. And yeah, it's just kind of crazy, man. The Raider fan base, I think you would arguably have to say, is the best fan base in all of football.
Even over Dallas, you think?
1A, 1B.
Because I would think Dallas is truly America's team. I used to work in apparel, and Dallas would always be top dog no matter what. Mm-hmm. So I think Dallas, and they had the most obnoxious fans.
I think Dallas has a bigger brand.
Yeah, for sure.
But in terms of fan base, I think it's equal.
There's nothing bigger than the Star.
Oh, then the Dallas Cowboys?
Yeah, that's the most valuable team in sports, isn't it?
It is. Or it's up there.
I think
definitely top 2, top 3.
Other than soccer teams, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just talking, sports in America. It's definitely top 2, top 3.
I think it's number 1. Let me look and see.
Looking for something.
Dallas Cowboys, $5.7 billion. Number 2 is New York Yankees. This is in the world. New York Yankees number 2 at $5.25 billion. The Knicks are number 3 at $5 billion. Barcelona is 4.76. Real Madrid is 4.75. Golden State Warriors is 4.7. Wow, that's crazy. Over the Lakers, 4.6. And New England is 4.4. I would think that the Lakers would be up over some of these teams.
Well, the Lakers have, struggled until LeBron got there 3 years ago.
But it's always been a world brand.
True, but, that just shows the power of Chef Curry.
Yes, sir. That's
what that shows.
That shows you that right there more than anything. The Knicks is a world brand too.
Yeah, that's just that's entrenched.
Mm-hmm. Then the Giants are number 9, and then
the Giants.
The Giants, $4.3 billion.
Okay, that's interesting. I wouldn't have thought they would have been up there.
I guess because it's New York.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, Giants fans have been there forever. Yeah, Green Bay ain't on this list. Green Bay is not on the list.
Nah.
Oh, you're talking about fans. Steelers are definitely trash. There's a lot of Steelers fans, but Cowboys, and it's not close. Hector, I agree with you on that. Yeah, Cowboys has the most in the world. Cowboys fans are everywhere. Because the thing about it is, and the reason why it is, and I used to wonder why these teams, like even the Raiders, the thing about it is, back in the days, like the 70s and 80s, it wasn't no cable TV, it wasn't no NFL Network or none of that stuff. There was only certain teams that played on TV.
Mm-hmm.
And that was your Cowboys, your Raiders, and I think the Packers. It was only a couple teams that played on TV.
Mm-hmm.
So that you had to be a fan of one of these teams. Steelers. You had to pick one of these teams to kind of set your allegiance to. So then you bring in these other teams, and these places are already entrenched. Like Dallas fans have been Dallas fans for 20, 30, 40 years. So even when you get a team like in Carolina, for example, you're not going to leave the Cowboys. So that's kind of how that rolled, and that's why you have such loyal fans. Dog Pound in Cleveland, all the places like that.
Oh, man. Let's talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars coach, man. Got a little urban this weekend.
Urban got a little
urban, man, out there having a little thing, get jiggy with it on him. You see the video? Anybody see the video?
I saw some.
Yeah, man. She was grinding. Urban was under center.
So he was at the goal line.
Hey man, he was, man. God dang, Urban.
It was a yard.
He tried to play it so cool too. Talking about I was taking a picture and I was taking a picture with them, like made it seem like it was.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy? I saw one of the players. They had tweeted out that when Urban came, so he talked to the groups individually, meaning like the DBs, the linebacker. You know what I'm saying? He talked to all of the position groups individually. And I can't remember what position this player was, but he went to Twitter and was like, after Urban said what he said and he walked out the room, they bust out laughing. And they said Urban could hear it.
That's crazy.
So yeah, it's not looking good.
And I don't know if you know, Shad Khan, the owner, said that Urban's on thin ice. And he said it clear.
Oh, that's the owner, right?
The owner's talking.
He said he's on thin ice?
Yeah, he was living.
There's 2 clauses in the contract that they can void because of this and just get rid of Urban if they wanted to.
And they may do it. They really may. He said Urban Meyer must regain our trust and respect after inexcusable conduct. And he's livid about it. He's made no bones that he's not happy.
Oh yeah.
And 0-4 start don't help the matter at all. So yeah, it's not a good look. Not a good look. I don't know.
Yeah, morals clause and 4 calls. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is, what you doing out there, bro? Like, come on, man. Why are you out there?
And even if you out there, drink and do what you got to do. Take a picture and then just, you know what I'm saying, keep it at that. But
is he trying to get fired?
He was out there. You know why he was out there?
Is he trying to get fired? Because now he got a way out for real.
Yeah.
So you think he wants a USC job?
I think if he wants out, the owner has made it clear on how he can get out. And if I'm USC, I think they would hire him.
You think they would?
Yeah. Hell yeah. I think they would. As long as he don't do anything crazy. But I'm one of the few, it seems, that really wants him to succeed in Jacksonville. I would like to see Urban stay. I actually like Urban Meyer. I don't think 12 Kyle does. I think you call him Urban Liar. But
why you like him again?
I liked him when I don't know, man. I don't know. I didn't really know about all of this other stuff that or I didn't really care much about all this other stuff. But I always liked him in college, man, when he was coaching. yeah, I was just a fan of him. I didn't know people didn't fuck with him like that until later, until he started quitting and leaving.
Yeah, that first time he quit Florida, I was like, man, I couldn't believe he was leaving.
Mm-hmm.
So, when he came back and then left again, it was a lot.
Yeah, yeah. So I fuck with him. So I would like to see him win out. I think it's good to have new blood in the NFL as well, instead of all these retreads. So but in addition to that, we got guys like Cliff Kingsbury who's come in and he was on shaky ground, but he managed to make it work. So maybe they can find guys like that. I was calling him Lincoln Riley, so maybe Lincoln. We got the guy Matt Rule.
Lincoln was going to be in Dallas. I really thought that they were going to hire. Which I kind of wish they had. I like Lincoln Riley a lot.
Matt Rule's doing good, and so there are a couple of guys, but yeah, man. So I don't know. I'm seeing what they're saying, what the players are reportedly saying, and that's going to be a problem. Like, I think the laughing, okay, that's cool because you out here married with 3 kids, you stay behind after a loss. So there's some things that I think grown NFL players, men, don't like when it comes to a sport like this that's so hard, to win. And, maybe they feel the same way about Urban Meyer, like a lot of people do. Like, he's somewhat Hollywood. They don't think he's going to stay around. So they probably have the same sentiments as well. And then you go out and do this. So, and then you make decisions that don't sit well with them. So, for him to regain their trust, I don't know what he's going to have to do it. But I think Trevor Lawrence going to have to save him, to be honest.
Marty said that Ken likes white, arrogant men. That seems to be the theme.
Oh, who else is white and arrogant that I like?
It was a couple of them you named today that you like.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker. You like Baker. Definitely like Matt. You have a love infatuation with Mac Jones.
Mac Jones? Yeah. I hated Mac Jones in Alabama. I thought he was overrated. Hey, Mac attack. I like Baker because he was up against adversity. And I like that. Yeah, because people were shitting on him. Sam Darnold's this, Sam Darnold's that. I'm like, Sam Darnold was, shit. And I like Sam Darnold now because, not because he's white, because he was the great white hype. And there's a long story behind that. But I like that he fell. Like, he fell down in 4 years. He did not succeed. And now, he got humbled in a weird sort of way.
So that's why you should love Jalen Hurts. You should love
Nah, Jalen Hurts was overrated. But I don't like Alabama though. I liked him when he was at Oklahoma though. I liked him a little bit more when he was at Oklahoma, but when he was at Alabama, I was like, they hyping this guy up. He ain't all that.
And Lamar too. They talk about Lamar.
Like even Bryce Young, I don't like him.
I like Bryce.
I do, but I don't. I do, but I don't. I'm like, why you got to play for Alabama, so man? Cool. Damn. So cool. Play anywhere but there, man.
Bryce so cool.
Shit. So, yeah, that's all the NFL games, guys.
I got a few.
I know Malcolm went over. No, you know what? He went number 1 overall, but there were a lot of question marks and people clowning the Browns for it. And a lot of analysts and sports people saying, "Oh, what are they doing? They suck." And I like that Baker overcame all of that. Now, what he does after that, after this contract is up, is fine. But at least he managed to win some games, and that it was the reverse, the polar opposite of Sam Darnold. But somebody put something in the chat before we get out of here. Let's jump into some NBA stuff.
I got some super chats on that too.
Oh yeah, go ahead, hit those.
Drink more water. Speaking of NBA, drink more water. What's up? Drink more water. He said it's reported that the Nets are preparing to play home games without Kyrie as he resists taking the vaccine. How might this impact the upcoming season?
You know what? This is going to be interesting because as they should. Because right now, this is complicated. What I was about to say is that Kyrie's putting himself above the team, but as I was saying that in my head, I realized that he should, if he feels like he shouldn't get it. So there's that. So I think they should definitely play without him because, as I said before, both parties has a decision to make and have to do what's in the best interest of both parties. As both parties are entitled to do so. How will this impact the team? I don't know what this would do for the locker room. So that's the thing. So with everybody in that locker room, James Harden, KD, they still got enough talent to win games. So it's not like they're going to need him. Come playoff time, it may be a different story, but playoff time, it may be a non-issue. But if they are losing some of these games, there could be some resentment that come out of that. If Kyrie, among their conversations, their personal conversations, is saying a lot of stuff or saying things that don't quite gel with, with their teammates, so this is going to be a storyline. I do like that they say, "Nah, we ain't moving. We ain't going to go practice in New York City just for you," because no one person is bigger than the team. The Temptations used to say that all the time. Yep. And this is another situation. So Kyrie's made a choice, and the team has made a choice as well, and both will live with it. But it's going to be more of a distraction than I think it should be. And I think it's getting a lot of headlines unnecessarily.
How you saying unnecessarily, Ken? Kyrie, first and foremost, is one of the most polarizing players in NBA history. Number one. Number two, he has one of the most unique skill sets that we've ever seen at a level that the previous people just didn't play at. You know what I'm saying? Like his godfather, Rod Strickland. Love Rod Strickland. Did a lot of amazing things, but he's still not Kyrie. So with all of that adding to it, and now he's the last unvaccinated player.
Right.
So if he truly feels that he does it, like,
when I say unnecessarily, it's like, okay, you don't want to get vaccinated, so what? Move on. But they keep writing all these stories about it. It's like the man's made a choice. Why are you all in his business?
Because he is the only one. So you already know that when you stand out like that, everybody's going to talk about you, regardless if it's warranted or not. You know what I'm saying? Because obviously at the end of the day, we live in the land of the free, right? And if he truly feels that strong, then you got to leave that 15 whatever million on the table for your personal beliefs. And he's within his right to do that. Is he going to do it? I think that this standoff is going to prove and show what Kyrie's
But
really
is it
about.
a standoff?
It is a standoff.
Yeah.
Why is it not a standoff? Because at the end of the day, Ken, you play basketball.
Okay.
And you are contractually obligated to play for this team. Now, there are mandates outside of this team that require you to play for this team that you have to do, which is the vaccine. If he chooses
That's
not
not
to,
an NBA mandate, though.
I didn't say NBA. I said forces outside of the league.
Right, New York City. Yeah.
Exactly. So if he wants to play for a team that's in New York, he's going to have to abide by that. And if he doesn't want to, it's a big stand. Not only because think about it, like the whole racial stuff and all that. Kyrie has been a big proponent of speaking out against inhumanity, speaking out against or trying to definitively say he has a right, like he has choices. I'm just not going to do what everybody else is doing because everybody else is doing it. So again, I think that this is Kyrie's biggest moment to prove if what he's talking is legit or not.
Well, I hope he's not doing it for that, for those sole reasons, just to prove.
Well, not just to prove, but what I'm saying is, does the action match the words? Because the words have said one thing this whole time, and the actions sometimes have gone a little bit this way.
Saying you want to, but what words though? Saying that you don't want to get vaccinated because you don't want to get vaccinated, that's fine. There's plenty of people that made that the same decision.
100%, and I get that. But what I'm saying, but a lot of those people don't have $15 million left on the table. Also, think about when he was.
There have been people leaving their jobs. Like, what about those 70,000 workers that you guys told me about in New York City?
100%.
They left money on the table too. It's not 15 mil, but it's still money, bro.
Okay, but a lot of those people, you know what I'm saying? It's not 15 million. It's
still money. It's still their livelihood. 100%. So we can look at the dollar amount. And I know the dollar amount is one thing, but shit.
I understand that. But none of those people is named Kyrie Irving. We're not talking about none of those people right now.
But their words match their actions as well.
100%.
So that's what I'm saying. Kyrie is no different and no special than anybody else.
But we're talking about Kyrie because he plays in a league of 450 people and 449 of them motherfuckers got vaccinated. So we are going to talk about the one that decided not to.
Because he made a choice not to get vaccinated. I don't think it's I guess the standoff thing, I see and understand where you're coming from with that. But I don't think they're trying to force Kyrie to get vaccinated. And that's my thing.
Yeah, and they're not.
So how is it a standoff? If they were trying to force him to get vaccinated and he says no, that's a standoff.
Okay, no, 100%. The reason why I'm saying it's a standoff is because do you not feel that there is just underlying pressure to get Kyrie to get vaccinated? Like, did you see what Enes Kanter said about what LeBron said about the vaccination in the black community? Mm-hmm. First of all, Enes Kanter, you don't understand the black community. So your words do not resonate.
What did he say?
That's number one. So after LeBron he came out to the public, right? Nobody knew, was he or wasn't he? LeBron came out to the public and said, yes, I am vaccinated. And pretty much for people in my community, if you don't want to, that's your choice to not get vaccinated. And Enes Kanter went on, I want to say it was a Fox network.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that, where he was getting interviewed, and an interviewer asked, how do you feel about LeBron's comments saying that if you don't want to get vaccinated, that you should? And Enes Kanter essentially was saying that, that he feels that LeBron could be doing more, that he should say that they should get vaccinated, that LeBron is a leader in XYZ, and it's better for all people to be vaccinated, and this, that, and the third. And when I saw that, I cringed so hard for a multitude of reasons. Number one, it's a white person asking a European person that's not from America about black issues and the leaders in the black community and what they should and shouldn't do. Both of you motherfuckers don't even belong. So that's number one. Number two, Enes is speaking on, again, that pressure that we don't see. And part of that pressure that we do see are these headlines. So that's why I'm saying it's a standoff, because you can't tell me, Ken, that, and I don't know if it's direct or indirect. I don't know. I'm not a part of it. But bruh, come on. That's a lot of money. Think about it, man. Like it's a lot of money for Kyrie, and it's a lot of negative press for Brooklyn to take that upon.
This is true, but I mean there are other players that are taking those same type of stances and leaving money on the table.
I guess it is a stance too, because we them boys said that Woj said the Nets are considering cutting unvaccinated Kyrie because he's unable to attend practices and games in New York. Should the Bucks be favored?
Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes. I think I want to circle back to what this whole Enes and LeBron thing.
But with that, what Shelton just said, Ken, does that not make it?
No, yeah. No, no.
If I'm willing to cut you,
I saw it, but I couldn't find it.
No, yeah. That changes. I'm pragmatic, man. Give me some evidence, give me some facts and some stuff, and I'll rock with it. I don't be stubborn in my viewpoints, but most of the time, but yeah. So, but again, if that's what they want to do, that's within their right, and Kyrie is willing to forgive all this. So, but if I'm Kyrie, I'm like, okay, now I'm with you, people. Now you're trying to force me to get it by threatening my livelihood, but I've already said that I'm willing to not do this because of my own personal stance. I feel like I got to say this every time this comes up, and I'm gonna say it again because it's a platform that we have, and I hate when these sort of things gets out when it comes to communities and narratives and stuff like that. Understand that it's a lot of white people that's not vaccinated, and it's a lot of rural white people that aren't accounted for, that are often not polled, that majority voted for Trump, like. And I'll give you a story. What's the guy from South Carolina? Senator Lindsey Graham. Mm-hmm. Lindsey Graham was at an event in South Carolina, and he was telling his community or his voters that they should get vaccinated. And they were like, no. Mm-hmm. He was like, oh, I'm not saying. Wait, he said you should think about getting vaccinated, and they were like, no, yelled out no. There's video of this, And he was like, no, I'm not telling you should. I'm just saying you should think about it. They were like, no. And they were jumping on him about this damn vaccine, not willing to take it because of the stance that they took, Republicans, Trump, etc., early on about the vaccine. I bring all this up to say that they're using past transgressions toward Black people and our distrust of the medical community because of things that happen to us to propagandize and tell the story from one perspective and it's been that way, that Black people don't want to get vaccinated. And they always throw in some stuff about this, that, and the other, when it's really a lot of other people also not getting vaccinated. And it shouldn't be Black community or white community or this, that, and the other. It's just people are getting vaccinated, people not getting vaccinated. It doesn't matter who. It comes down to whoever wants to make the decision. So when LeBron comes out and says stuff like that, and then Enes Kanter comes out and says something and retort to that on Fox of all places, Fox, how about all the motherfuckers that listen to you that are not vaccinated? Like, it's most of your audience, bro. So don't try to use us to make I don't know, man. Anyway, that's politics aside. I just felt like I needed to say that, because I often feel like when that stuff get put out, it's often one side, and I'm telling you guys what I know and what I read. I'm telling you, a lot of them were not vaccinated either. And I got some other stuff I can say, but I ain't gonna go there as well. And this not just jumping on the other community. This is also some details and data and facts about this. But nevertheless, but yeah. So we'll see how the story play. I think it's going to be interesting. Yeah,
it is. But do y'all think the Bucs would be favored if he doesn't play?
Yeah.
You know, when you said Bucs, I thought you were talking about Tampa Bay. No.
I don't think so.
No. Oh, absolutely not. I'm sorry, we didn't, boys. I went off on a rant there. No. Because if Harden is healthy,
then they would have won. Correct.
We ain't even talking about the Bucs right now.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Bucs are gonna be Toronto all over again, bro. One and done. Saying it right now.
Yeah, I don't think they're like a dynasty. I don't think that. I feel like they lost a lot of toughness and grit with losing Bobby Portis, and
Portis gone?
Portis is gone, and so is
When did Portis leave?
At the end of the season, I want to believe. Fact check me.
No, he came back.
Did he come back?
I think he came back.
I know one of them. Who's the 3-and-D guy? He went to Miami. That came from Houston. PJ Tucker.
Yeah.
PJ Tucker is in Miami now.
Oh yeah. That's the one. That's who left. That's who left.
Yeah, he's Bobby Portis did come back. It was PJ Tucker that left.
Yeah, it's funny because was it you and Nick or talking last night about the NBA actually being back this fast? Or was it B?
Me and B, I think.
Yeah. That first game was preseason game.
Or Nick?
That was crazy.
I think it may have been Nick. It may have been last night.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it was Nick.
Yeah, it was Nick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I sent in the chat the other night when the Lakers were playing the Nets. My brother was like, yo, we watching the football game, and he called me. He was like, yo, the game is on. He was like, I thought it was like a tape from like last year or something like that. And he saw they were talking about now, like some players from now with the Lakers. Like,
yeah, Anthony Davis wasn't happy. Said they got work to do, but LeBron and such and such. Well, hey, call him out early. And I think there's some other games going on now too, as well in preseason.
Yeah,
I've been getting a future report.
Yeah.
We're underway.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Yeah, the league pass renewed. I saw that big ass bill. I was like,
that's what you do with time.
I said, we back.
Hey, we got a super chat from Mr. Ant-Man. Mr. Ant-Man said, Mac 10 held his own against Brady, even though they lost. His poise is steady. Yeah, Mac did look, like I said, he looked good.
We call him Mac 10.
Dink and dunks, but it was within the game plan, and he played within his abilities, and he looked good doing it. He really did.
He's a rookie. He's gonna have ups and downs, man. Next year's the one.
Jordan Ullum. Jordan, what's up, Jordan? Jordan said, how did y'all think Jalen Hurts looked?
I think he played the Chiefs, and that's going to make him look better than what he was.
I think he looked good. For the reason, like I said, the reason why I think he looks good is to be working with what he's working with. He couldn't. There's not much else he could do. Not turning the ball over is very important. He did have one fumble I didn't like, and he's still missing some throws. But it's not like like
he's not
people
horrible.
making it seem. No, he's not. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, he misses some throws, but
I put it like this. You know who I like him better than?
Who?
Baker.
Yes, sir. Somebody asked that in the chat too. They was like, "What if he was on that team?"
Oh hell no! It wouldn't be any different.
No.
Only because he can run.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not an exponential jump.
Okay.
But it is another dynamic to the offense that you have to account for. So that's the only reason why I say I like him better than Baker. I think quarterback wise, they're very samey.
Similar.
You know what I'm saying? But the fact that he's mobile like that, that creates separation for wide receivers when you could move the quarterback out there like that.
And he has better stats than Wentz. He's beating Wentz in a bunch of different categories, completion percentage, a bunch of different stuff.
Well, they both have the same record.
They sure do. Flavian said Watson, talking about Deshaun led the NFL in passing yards last year with 48-23 on 70.2% passing last year. That's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
Let me see what else I got that I missed.
And then
Josh Bros, have you seen enough from Heineke to keep him at QB1?
Yeah, we answered that one. Wait, we answered a version of that. Yeah. No. Yeah, I think he's serviceable enough for that team to be QB1.
For now, until something better comes along.
Yep. 100%.
I don't think anything better will come along, but I think Rivera, he has Rivera's confidence. I think his confidence will only grow, and they'll just try to find a way to win the division.
They did tell you to apologize to AJ Green. Somebody said it.
I know. He did quit though.
Dillon said apologize. I answered the one from We Them Boys. Arterial Stove. What's up, Arterial? What's happening?
What up?
He said,
appreciate the playlist.
What players, teams on suspect watch entering week 5?
I like this question. Let me pull up my list.
What players or teams are on suspect
for my
watch
iPad go now.
entering week 5 in the NFL?
Let's see here. The Raiders. The Raiders are one.
The Raiders are definitely on suspect watch. I completely agree.
The Titans.
Oh, 100%. I know I feel like this is a bit early, but just because of the nature of their history, I'm going to say the Rams. I'm going to say the Rams.
Love it.
They lose 2 or 3 in a row. We talking different about them.
And we got them Thursday.
Yep,
against the Seahawks. So we get to see the other team that's on watch.
100%. because they're playing in the toughest division in football. So 1 loss goes into 3 losses. That could be the playoffs right there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say the Rams.
Give me the Broncos. The Broncos play the Steelers this week. Drew Lock may be starting.
Oh, they back in the win column.
Yeah. So that Broncos Steelers game.
I'm gonna say Dolphins. Dolphins are on the watch.
They playing the Bucks though. They ain't got no chance, I don't think.
And they don't have a quarterback, so I think that's unfair.
Yeah. So when they say Tua coming back, cause I thought he was only gonna be gone like 2-3 weeks.
He got some crap ribs, so I think it's 3. Was it 3 to 5?
3 to 5. I thought it was 2 to 3. But either way, who else is on watch? You know what? You know who I'm going to say?
49ers?
I'm going to say the Browns. Even though they won. The Vikings aren't that – they're not that good. Now, they're dynamic in places.
And they're playing the Chargers, too.
Who?
The Browns.
Ooh.
They're on watch.
Yeah, they're
on watch.
All right.
You got to win that game. And here's the thing. I think it's okay if they squeak on by like they did with the Vikings, but give me a signature win. Give me a reason to be okay. Well, okay, like you're believable. The talent, you're believable. The talent is there, right. But put it all on the field. And I'm not saying Baker got to throw for no 450, but 19 out of 24 for 250 and 2 touches, no turnovers, run game 150 plus, defense does what they do, and you beat the Chargers by 10 or more. That's a statement game.
The AFC North, the Bengals, Ravens, and Browns are all 3-1.
Give me the Bills play the Chiefs. So give me the Chiefs.
They are on watch.
The Chiefs are on watch at 2-2. Their defense has not showed up, and this Bills team is for real.
Yep.
So we really get to see whether these are our Chiefs or not.
Yep. You know what's interesting about the Chiefs? I'm still not worried about them.
I ain't either. But
And even if they just back their way in through a wild card to the playoffs,
they're the most dangerous team out there.
I'm still not worried about it. As long as Mahomes is up, I'm not worried about that squad.
Any more super chats before we get into our picks? Okay.
As far as the individuals, did y'all have any individuals? Mine is Matt Ryan.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I want to see what they're gonna do. Like, did you just ride it out or do you sit him down at this point?
Yeah.
So Matt Ryan is
traded his ass.
So is the Lions quarterback Jared Goff. I want to see if he can do anything at all.
Yeah, he looks good at times, and then at times he just don't.
Kirk Cousins with the Vikings.
Man, that one, bruh.
They're playing the Vikings.
Yeah.
Ben is playing the Broncos, and if Drew Lock starts and Ben does not win,
bruh.
Ben is
man.
It's already done. Ben was done 3 years ago.
I'm gonna come in here sick, bro. They lose to Drew Lock.
You know
they lose to Jeezy.
You know what? I was talking to my father or my stepdad about this. Tomlin does not get enough credit. This man dealt with the whole AB thing, the Ben Roethlisberger thing behind closed doors. That never made headlines until the very end. The Le'Veon Bell situation. These boys went last year and was undefeated, 10 games in, 9 games in, some crazy, win streak like that starting the top of last year without Ben. Like, Tomlin just does not get enough props. This man, I think he only has one losing season with
the Steelers.
Has none. No, he has none. No losing seasons with the damn Steelers, and he's dealing with that. All of that. Do you understand how that would break damn near every other coach?
If he coaches way out of this mess,
bro,
yeah.
Man, oh man,
you got to give him a lot of props if he does that. Give me Danny Dimes. I really
man,
he gonna do against the Cowboys.
Been on watch, bro.
Yeah,
he been on watch for 2 seasons now.
Yeah, I'm naming some players that probably we all are in agreement.
We like the watcher out here.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah.
Devo, you ready to walk that? Did you walk that back earlier?
I said I was going to wait till week 6. But
okay.
Everybody eyeballs work.
Peyton on watch. I'm not going to put it on Jameis just yet. Peyton on watch. Because I got to see what he does with Jameis. I think he will make or break Jameis Winston.
Interesting.
Yep.
I can't wait till this Thursday night's game though. It's gonna be a good one.
And who plays?
Seattle and the Rams.
We're gonna be live in action Thursday. Make sure you guys come through, man.
A lot of those big games, the Rams have been at home down the road. This is the division game. It's gonna be nice to see them. That was a really good question, Arturo Stowe.
Yeah. It was. I don't. No, I was just saying I don't have any fantasy players in this one, so I'm gonna be stress free.
Tigolo said, "What up? Been a minute. How y'all like Lamar? Let's go." Yeah, Lamar's playing well.
He's winning.
Yeah,
he's winning. He's playing well. And that's right now all that counts.
Yep. And as long as them boys get some stick 'em on them gloves out there, them receivers, boy, because he needed them. Them receivers are something else out there. Tracy G, what's up, Tracy G? What's happening? Tracy said Raiders are top 5. I don't know about
top 5 in what? Because normally she be coming with some shit.
She always.
So it's some bullshit following that.
Right
nah, we can't listen to Tracy. That's a setup. Go ahead and finish reading it.
Rodgers will be in the Super Bowl with the Raiders this year. From the game last night, I now think CJ McCollum got to go.
Okay, so
Bulls in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, so all right, so let's unpack a lot of this shit. Raiders, Green Bay. Don't see happening. Raiders ain't getting there. Green Bay can get there. I don't know if they get there though. Raiders are frauds. They're just front running right now. They look good. David Carr's playing amazing. Got to put him in the MVP conversation. But like you said, can you be consistent? Like you're saying synopsis you have for the Cardinals. We've seen it multiple years now under Gruden with the Raiders. Okay, you look kind of nice, but is it sustainable? So that's the biggest question. So I don't think the damn Raiders come out the AFC personally. I don't see that happening. Then she said CJ McCollum got to get traded.
It's time. I've been saying it. He got to go. I said the last year in the playoff, he got to go.
Yeah,
it's over.
He comes up small in big moments.
Yeah,
and yeah, he gets hot, and yeah, he's a talent, but he's not. He's an all-star, like at a right below all-star caliber level, and that's not enough to win because Nurkic is the same way. Like, is he good? He's really good, but he's a board, not even an all-star. You know what I'm saying? So Dame got a lot of good players, but he doesn't have one other great player. And unless he gets at least one other great, you can't move the needle. So if you got to trade him, I say trade him. And then she said Bulls Eastern Conference Final. Man, look, what was I trying to tell you about these damn Bulls, bro? I'm not saying Eastern. I'm not saying that. I'm not backing that. But the Bulls are going to be formidable. Now I'll tell you who they are going to be better than the Knicks. They're gonna finish higher than the Knicks. And if they play the Knicks, the Bulls will bounce them. The Bulls have perfect complementary pieces. Zach LaVine is option 1A. Zach LaVine is the guy. He's gonna get you 25 a game. You got a pass first point guard. You got a big man that's 2010 his whole entire career. I think that comes down a little bit. He's playing with more talent now. You got DeMar DeRozan. And the reason why I like DeMar at this time in his career for this type of team is because he's an option, but if you don't got it going, you don't got to force feed him the ball. I think he understands his role with this team. Be athletic, be dynamic, kill the mid-range, do what he does. But he don't have to – it's not on him to score 25, 30 points a game for them to be a contender. If he gets 15 to 18 points, that's more than enough. Vucevic, he's going to get 15 to 18 every night. Lonzo, if he can get, no turnovers, very, very low turnovers. He don't even got to score double digits. If he gets 7-8 assists plus a game, 7-8 rebounds a game, 7-8 points a game, that's going to be solid for what they do. And then at the 4, I think that's the biggest question mark. I like the fact that they picked up Derek Jones Jr., another athletic guy, Alex Caruso off the bench. I like the Bulls. Not Eastern Conference Finals but playoffs and a higher seed than people expect.
All right, we're coming up on 2 hours. Any more super chats before we get out of here?
Justin Tucker for MVP. That's
okay.
Big weight,
nope.
right? Yeah, that was a big shot. I mean, big kick goal, kick, but no.
Nah.
Aaron Kirby said thoughts on the Super Bowl show. Do you think you should have left Eminem out and have all black performers?
No.
Yeah, I was gonna say
it's fine.
That don't really matter.
Yep, that's fine. Eminem be saying nigga anyway.
Oh man. Hey, if y'all have not done so, I think that was the last super chat I had so far. If y'all have not done so,
I saw another one.
Did you?
Something about black players.
No, it's black performers.
Okay. Oh, okay. Cool.
Hey, if y'all have not done so, man, do us a favor, man. Hit that like button. Please, please, please. It's 156 of you in the chat right now. If you can, please hit the like button. We really, really appreciate that. And tell somebody else about the show, man. Get them on with you on Thursday.
Yep. Shout out to all the new folks in the chat too, man. I see some names I haven't seen in here before, so appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all come back next Tuesday, 9:30 p.m.
One more quick.
And Thursday, 9:30 p.m. We're gonna watch and react to the game live, and address Nick's comments.
Yeah, we get to hear what Nick got to say about. Real quick, Brown Family Book said past 2 weeks been to Raiders' new stadium and the Chargers stadium. Both are insanely nice. Missed this show as I just landed back in New York. Salute to y'all. Appreciate you, Brown Family Books.
Appreciate you, bro.
Hey, what is Brown Family Books? Do you write books? If that's the case, let us know what you wrote, man. That's dope. Also, which stadium was nicer between the two? Because that's what I want to know. We're going to try to visit those stadiums probably next year sometime. But which one was nicer out of those two? That was my question.
Love you too, Timbo.
SoFi looks
Brown Family
stupid.
Books.
Yeah, it does.
SoFi looks really crazy.
Both of them are the Raiders' home stadium from the way the game looked anyway. So which Raiders' home stadium is the best? Arturo Stover, real quick, he said, biggest surprise, disappointed in the NFL so far this year. Biggest surprise has been the play of Kyler Murray and those guys being 4-0. The biggest disappointment for me has been Big Ben and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Biggest surprise for me, Jamar Chase ain't dropping shit. And then what was the other one? Biggest surprise, biggest what?
Disappointment.
Seattle Seahawks.
Biggest surprise, the Bengals. And biggest disappointment, I'm with Shelton, man, the Steelers, because I had them picked to do something this year because I believe in Tomlin. So, yeah. All right, let's get into the picks from last week. Damn, I erased our record. All right, so I went 3-1. Shelton, you went 3-1. FIFO 2-2, and Nick was 2-2.
What game did we lose?
So I lost the Rams game. You had Arizona. That's the one you won. And then you lost where is it? Or did you? Wait, hold on.
Brown Family Books.
You had Arizona, Seattle, Chargers, and Dallas.
So I'm 4-0.
Yeah.
Hey.
That's weird.
Uh-oh.
I was about to say I'm 4-0.
Good job.
Hey, Brown Family Book said the Raiders a little nicer. Chargers more affordable, believe it or not. Well, I believe it definitely because the Raiders in Vegas. So, yeah. But it's a little nicer in the Raiders place, huh? Well, the Raiders top number 1 place.
Yeah, Nick and FIFO picked the Raiders to win that one. All right, cool. So, let me adjust that up here.
See how they trying to do me? They trying to take my wins away.
All right, so I am 9-7 on the year. Shelton, you're 11-6. Good comeback. FIFO 7-9, and Nick is 9-7. All right, so let's jump into
11-5. Yeah, I'm 11.
Oh yeah, you're 11-5.
See how they trying to do
Shelton
me?
on it.
I did.
See how they trying to? I was like, wait a minute. I'm 2 games up.
All right, so week 5 picks. Rams versus Seattle.
Whew. Home team of Seattle, correct?
Yes. The second team I named the versus team is the home team.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go Rams.
Okay.
I think Seattle's the worst team in that division.
Damn.
Hey, it's a tough division though. Somebody got to be the worst. Just like in our Madden league.
So?
Give me the Rams. That one's tough though.
That is tough.
I don't think it's that tough. I don't think I'm with FIFA. I don't think Seattle's that good. I think coming off now going on the road is different, but I haven't seen anything from Seattle that looked good.
That's
bro.
the only reason why I'm thinking that Seattle's gonna pull this one out.
They barely beat.
Because they have to. They have to, but I just don't believe in. I don't believe in them like that. I don't believe in them more than I believe in the Rams.
I'm going Rams. Cleveland versus the Chargers. I'm going Browns.
Wow.
Bam! Put my money where my mouth is. Ooh, that's on the road. Shit. I reserve the right to change. Damn, that's gonna be tough. But no, I'm gonna stick with it though. Nah, I need Herbert to go off though. Damn.
I'll give me Herbert and the Chargers.
I'm sticking with my Browns.
I'm thinking on that Thursday night game.
FIFO.
Which two? I'm sorry.
Browns versus Chargers.
Chargers.
Damn. I'm probably gonna be the only one on this one. Buffalo versus Kansas City.
Ooh. Ooh.
That's tough. No defense and all the offense versus a balanced team. That's tough.
Give me KC.
Yeah, it's too hard to go against Mahomes when they've
At
been struggling like
home,
that. Yep.
Mahomes.
Well, I am.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Give me Buffalo.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I need to see something from that defense.
Mm.
I haven't seen it. They gave up 30 to Jalen Hurts. Josh Allen is a way better quarterback than Jalen Hurts, and he can run and throw. And he got more weapons. Offense. Give me Buffalo on this one. Last one, San Francisco Niners versus the Cardinals. This is tough.
No, it's the Cardinals all day.
Yeah, I got the Cards because I don't know about Jimmy, and if Lance play, it ain't gonna be pretty.
Right. If Jimmy played, it ain't gonna be pretty. I don't think.
Yeah. Lance just needs to play. You need to give him a 3-week run, and let's see where he's at.
Now it is a week that may be time for a letdown. You know, they're not going into, if they don't go into this game prepared, like this division game, we coming off a big win. If they go into it kind of like the Rams did them, then they may be in some trouble. But I think they're still gonna pull it out.
Yeah, I got the damn. Is San Fran who?
Cardinals, so they got to go on the road. They got to go to Arizona.
Give me Arizona. Give me Arizona. I think this is a statement win for them. I think this one proves how legit they are.
I need to know who's starting. I'm going Cards, but
If who starts? What shifts for you if who starts? Well, we can't say that because it really don't matter who starts.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who. I'll put it to you like this: I think Trey Lance plays better against them, but I think they still lose. Jimmy G plays against them; they lose worse. Personally,
So who you saying? Which one are you tipping?
oh,
for?
HLLVN, he's going to that game. You made a good point, Shelton, about that high, coming off that high off a big win. If Jimmy start, I think I would like the Niners.
So that's it. So if Jimmy's playing, you like the Niners. If Jimmy does not play, you like.
I like the Cards. So
I'm opposite. Mm-hmm. If Trey plays, I still think they lose either way, but I think they're closer with Trey.
So I may update this Thursday if we get a little bit more information. My pick may change on this before the games start, but we'll let you guys know. And Nick got to have his picks. He'll let you guys know those Thursday as well. But yeah, man, we appreciate you guys coming through, man. We're gonna get out of here and we'll catch you guys Thursday. We out. Peace.
Peace. Appreciate y'all.
Peace.
Hit that like button.
Bro, I had to get an injection